Welcome back, everybody, to the Real Ones Real Talks podcast. I'm your host, John, here with my guy, Will.
What's up?
And today we're diving into a topic that hits home for a lot of us is family. The people you love more than anything, but also the ones that can drive you the craziest. So we're going to be talking about what happens when family tensions get real, when you get caught in the middle, when boundaries start to feel impossible, and when guilt creeps in, even though you're just trying to do the right thing. So I've got a couple very special guests joining us today. My two older sisters, Danielle and Kendra. We've been through some of this stuff firsthand, and today we're just going to talk about it. Be real, no filters, just conversation about what it looks like to love your family without losing your peace. So just to kind of kick us off, Kendra, you want to start? Just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, you all know who I am. I am Kendra, and I'm John's older sister. I'm going to be a little geeky, but he was my first answered prayer request, and I am so thankful for him. Also makes a great espresso, everybody. But seriously, I have been married for 12 years. I am a stay-at-home mom of 4, and we are just starting 4th grade and 1st grade and possibly pre-K because my daughter is interested. So,
Danielle?
And I'm Danielle, John's second oldest sister. I've been married for 11 years. I have 4 kids, and I'm a stay-at-home mom, and that's pretty much all.
she's
Awesome.
downplaying it. She's got 3 grades that she has to teach this year.
Yeah.
So she is very busy.
Yeah, very busy.
I think both of you guys
But
are.
busy isn't often interesting, so.
I think we're okay. I think we're fun.
All right, so we'll kind of kick off. Just the first question is, I guess for us, so who usually ends up being the peacemaker and how does that affect you? And so I'm calling you out immediately, Danielle, because in our family, you tend to be that peacekeeper.
Yeah. I'm trying more to be a peacemaker though. Instead of just like trying to keep peace and just let things slide, and I'm now trying to be more of like the one who can make peace.
Are you like trying to like more accountability, like hold each other, but like the party's
Yeah.
accountability?
Yeah, so that we're not just keeping quiet and being like, okay, well, let's all just play nice, let so and so do this and that one can do that. It's more of, hey, let's work together type of thing. So that everyone can truly be happy instead of just faking it just to keep the peace.
How do you think she does with that?
I think she's doing a good job. I think she has taken the heat and the brunt as the peacekeeper of our house. And I think watching her become the peacemaker instead of keeper, I'm very proud of her, and I look forward to seeing her continue to grow in that.
How is it being a peacemaker?
It can be tough because sometimes you have to have conversations you don't want to. Sometimes you want to be tough on people that you don't want to, but I think I've had a lot of practice with my own kids because I want them to have good, healthy relationships with each other. So maybe that's where I'm able to now pick up more of the role of peacemaker, is because I've seen I can do it with them and they still love each other and they still love me. So like it's not a bad outcome every time.
Yeah.
So something else I'll kind of touch base in. So obviously we're like trying to gear more towards young adults, and unfortunately you guys are no longer the case. But something that you guys did is you guys both got married in your early 20s. So with the family dynamics of now you're bringing 2 families together, What was that like? What's some of the struggles you guys had and faced and learned in those early 20s of trying to figure out life, and now you have a spouse and you have in-laws? Uh,
I'll let Kendra go first on that one.
First thing that comes to mind is you can't make everybody happy.
Mhm.
And you're just going to have to realize that and decide, like, that's just reality. Which can be hard because we grew up, like, your job was kind of to keep everybody else happy. You were responsible for other people's feelings and stuff like that. And so to marry into for me, I married somebody completely different. Their family is very logical. Our family is very emotional. um, and so they're very logical and we're very emotional. And that was a little bit of a like what you just said didn't sound like, like I had to learn to hear logic without taking offense to it. Because they're just straightforward and they just say stuff and you're just like, whoa, like, wow, okay, so that has been a little bit of that was a little learning curve. I will advise anybody who wants to get married young, um, do it. If God's leading you to do it, do it. I do not regret getting married young. It Especially once you hit your 30s, just saying, your back starts hurting, a whole bunch of other stuff happens. Um, so I'm glad we got to have kids young. But be prepared for the naysayers who are gonna be like, "You're so young." Yeah, so who cares? So yeah, that was my initial experience.
Yeah. Um, I got married when I was 22. I don't regret that. I agree. Like getting married young, I think was a really good choice. Um, because I'm still kind of young, and I have a 10-year-old. So I got to play with them more
Mhm.
when I was still in my 20s. And now that they're kind of like my oldest is now kind of chilling out a little bit with I don't have to crawl around and all that. And yeah, I don't want to crawl around now. I'm in my
Right.
30s.
Right.
Yeah, so I would not change that either. And how I've handled the in-laws.
because you had quite the dynamic. So
Yeah.
for everybody listening, uh, what's the right way to put it? So like, your husband's from Vietnam,
Mhm.
so mixing two cultures
That
and a
was
language barrier adds a lot of
yeah.
confusion.
And I didn't meet my in-laws until after we were married. So I met my mother-in-law for the first time 2 days after I had my firstborn baby. Um, it was not a good meeting at first just because where she comes from is the mother takes care of the baby and
The grandmother.
the grandmother takes care of the baby and the mother is supposed to just take care of herself. And that is not what I wanted. And then with the language barrier, there was a lot of confusion and ended up being some tears. And then my husband had to get in the middle of that. So our first meeting wasn't so great, but now her and I are able to get along a little bit more. She's more respectful now for what I want my family to look like and what I want them to do and stuff and how I want to run my household. Well, me and my husband run our household. Um,
Yeah,
so
she's become very understanding.
yeah, she's more respectful now and she values our marriage too. And she doesn't want anything to come in between, me and my husband's marriage. So I appreciate, I appreciate that of her.
So because you had a little bit of influence in language barrier and everything, I know your in-laws are very strong-minded. Uh, So something that we both kind of learned, it was in one of Tyler's sermons, is especially you guys getting married in your early 20s, do you think it's important that as young married couples you argue together and you keep it together like in the family versus going to your in-laws or your spouse, like your parents?
Mm-hmm.
Because I've seen where there can be like resentment and stuff like that where
Mm-hmm.
you guys resolved it, but you guys didn't go back and tell the people that you told about. And so where Tyler preached is if you guys have a disagreement, keep it between you two, deal with it, work it, reconcile together instead of potentially now having like monster in laws where they hate you because, well, you went and talked to them about, we had an argument. He's
Yeah.
this, he's that, or she's this, she's that.
Yeah. Yeah, I learned that early on. That when me and my husband are having an argument, I don't need to go tell my mom about it because then she forms an opinion and she stays mad. Whereas me and my husband have now worked it out and we're over it, but then she still is thinking there's something going on and um is angry at him for no reason because we've already worked it out. But I've learned like if we're arguing, we just keep it between us, work it out. Because if I go tell someone else, then they'll now form a negative opinion about
Mm,
my husband.
yeah. Yeah. It reminds me of what they said about like making sure you have your people. Because I will say talking about it is so important. If it gets to a point where you need to talk to somebody about it and you don't have a trusted person, um, I've gotten some counseling. I met somebody who she's an absolute amazing counselor, and just being able to talk to her and tell her the stuff that I've never been able to tell anybody else, I have gotten so much healing. I'm able to have a lot more freedom in my mind, and so so while you may not be able to tell your mom or somebody else because you're afraid that you know they're not going to love your spouse the way that you do. Um, it is still good if you need to talk to somebody and you cannot talk to your spouse. Find somebody who is pro your marriage,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because that's one thing she asked. She was like, what's your goal with this? And I was like, I just need somebody to talk to. I just need somebody to talk to. And she validated, and I've had a lot of healing by being able to talk about it. So, if you don't have a safe place for that, um, there are, find a good counselor if you don't, you know, because the counselor doesn't know, you know, they're not going to eat Thanksgiving dinner,
Mm-hmm.
staring across the table like, I know it. Yeah.
The counselor has a contract to not talk about it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
So-
I
it's a
think
little
they're
bit of a safer.
legally obligated to keep them. Oh, shit.
Exactly. So, so there is, if you need to talk about it, get find somebody who's a good counselor or something, or a pastor or somebody. But yeah, talking to family, I think, can be very dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So jumping, kind of switching shit, like shifting a little bit is, as like families, like siblings, mother, fathers, everything, cousins and everything. Why do you think it's harder for families to get along as adults versus like when we were growing up?
I I don't know exactly, but I feel like it's because, as a kid, you don't know any different. You are in this little bubble and this is the way of things. And then as you grow, you see like other families who are able to talk about things that you're like, "Whoa, you're allowed you guys talk about that?" And you guys, whoa, and so you kind of learn and develop your own perspectives. And then that sometimes collides with, you know, the other adults who may not be ready to embrace those perspectives, or they're still living at home, or, I think parents have a hard time letting go and seeing like, okay, they're adults. I don't need to continue to control them or tell them what to do. Um, I think sometimes love can be difficult to navigate in that regard. So that's just my wondering about
Yeah.
that.
It's like it's because they gain opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was going to go with is we all have, when you're growing up, you guys have a kind of like-mind opinion because you're all in the same environment. And then once you break out of that, now you start to develop your own sense of opinion and feelings and, I don't want to say morals, but morals per se,
Mhm.
uh, where you may believe something different than I believe. And I think, especially when you add kids into the mix, it can make people butt heads more.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd also argue because you made a good point about like parents holding on, and I feel like it's a two-way street, I guess, if you will, because like a kid, I will say my parents listen to this podcast. They are a little bit too clingy, right? They told me I can't leave the house until my dad retires. He's never retiring. I'm
I
cool
love you
saying that.
so much.
Yeah, I'm cool
Hey,
saying
hold
that.
up though. You're gonna have a pretty good setup
Yeah,
though.
but anyway, that's not the point. My sisters had taken that very like insultingly and like just stood up and left. But I feel like it takes that like kind of standing up and being a little bit stern. Like for example, I started riding a motorcycle. At first, my dad did not want me to get on that thing for the life of him. Like he wanted to be there next to me, like holding my hand the whole way. And so one day I stood up. I'm like, Dad, I'm leaving the house. I'm taking my bike.
Ooh, rebel.
And he was like, I mean, there's nothing I can do here.
Oh.
I was like, I'll let you know when I get there. I'll let you know when I leave.
Oh, that was courteous.
Yeah. And so ever since that had happened, he's been more loose about it. So I think it takes like the parents knowing that you're going to be okay
Mhm.
kind of thing. So
Yeah, because as a mom, you want to protect them. You know, you cry every time that you say, don't do that. And then they do it. And then they get hurt. And you're so frustrated they get hurt. But you also want to cry with them because you're like, I knew this was going to happen. So, yeah, I get that.
And then, so we'll kind of go to the next question is, have you ever, and I guess this is more geared towards you, have you ever felt stuck in the middle of two people you love?
Who, me?
Yeah, you. Because
I know.
you're like I want to call you the family mediator.
Well, she's the
Yeah.
little sister.
the peacemaker makes you the middleman.
Yeah.
If you're saying you're a
Yeah.
peacemaker, peacekeeper, you're middleman.
Yeah, you're the middle.
So you're always stuck in it.
Mm,
Because, okay, me and Kendra argue. Who are we going to? Or
Me.
Kendra and Beth argue.
That's
Who-
hilarious how you guys have to seek a middleman for that. You just need to work it out. Come on, guys.
Well, sometimes she's the like,
They're pointing fingers right now.
what are you pointing at me
Guys.
for?
because he's getting
Guys,
ready
let's
to...
hold on. Let's hear you.
I'm not throwing anybody under the bus. I'm just saying sometimes you need the
time to talk
This is why I have to be in the middle. These two fight like crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, if John and I ever have a battle, I'm not seeking. We're
Thank
working
you.
this out.
My sanity.
But no, so like obviously you get put in the middle of situations a lot,
Yeah.
whether it's, parents or siblings or whatever. So obviously you feel stuck, but how do you like deal with that and work through that?
I don't know. I think really what helps is you guys do respect me and you do respect my peace. So, like, I have that little security of if it ever becomes too much, I know I can say that and you guys will respect that. Yeah, I feel like right now in my life I'm dealing with two things at once, and so far it's not too much, but I can feel it coming. If there's one more thing, if you two
Oh,
start
no.
arguing, you guys are in trouble.
No, we're
Like,
not
you're
gonna.
on
We
your
shouldn't
own.
argue too much on the podcast.
No, I mean in like tomorrow, let's say.
Technically, we're like spatting. We're not fighting.
Yeah, I would say she like gets. I'm not
So if
saying
you're
this
spatting,
meanly.
why does Danielle have?
I don't think she gets involved. I think no offense to you. I'm just saying
Yes,
this
I do
is
get involved.
I think she goes because she's like ticked off and like I
He
think
hangs up on me.
I don't
Yeah.
hang up. I'm like, hey, I'm
You're
at
like,
work.
I have to go.
I have to go.
He doesn't have time to finish talking about it. I gotta
Yeah.
finish talking about it, or else I'm stuck.
And then I'll have to tell him, John, call her back
Yeah.
because he calls me.
Yeah,
He
don't
wasn't
call her.
hanging up because he's going to work.
I know. Like, don't call her. And
Messed up, John.
I know he does that.
That's messed up, John, dude.
Yeah, like just have the conversation with me.
Well, she asks too many
Get
questions.
her out, dude.
She asks way too many questions.
Hey, but in your first podcast, you said I would ask a lot of questions, but I'm your ride or die.
There you
So,
go.
Oh yeah, I feel like
those questions.
everybody right.
Your
like,
family's kind of forced to be your ride or die, though. You don't really.
Are we
Pretty
though?
much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like they always say, like you can, your friends can go, but family never leaves. They're always there.
Mm-hmm.
I would say sibling. The sibling love, I would
Yeah.
say, stays because there's like people that you don't talk to that in your family just because
Yeah,
of certain issues
but-
and stuff.
in a very crucial moment, even if that family member is strongly disliked, you're gonna show up. You can't tell me you're not gonna show up.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
again, in the end, family. It's
I always say to myself, like, if any one of my sisters calls me at like 3 a.m. and like I need you to pick me up or I need you to do this, like I would be irritated with you. But I'm like, all right, I gotta go do this.
it's.
I don't
the
care
que-
how tired I am. I just gotta go do it.
The question is why do you need a ride, and do you deserve the consequence of having to walk home? Because I mean, if your car broke down, I'll come pick you up.
Yeah.
If you're out doing something stupid, walk.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
safely.
No, I'll say I'll come pick you up. I'll wait an hour or two, then come get you.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, please
Deserve it.
don't. Not at 3 a.m.
yeah.
I don't handle those types of situations well. You make me wait.
So she's, I don't know.
Again, it
How would you
depends, though,
describe
'cause
her?
If you think
like,
about it, right? I pull up like you just got done. I don't know, partying when you shouldn't have. You snuck out of the house. You call
Ooh,
me, come pick me
Kendra,
up. right?
partying.
You call me.
If
you
I'm
call-
partying, somebody come help me.
she was the snitch.
if I'm partying, I'm starting arson. No, anyway. I pull up 2 hours later. You're mad. You're like stomping your foot like a disappointed mom. I'll be like, you were out doing something you shouldn't have anyway. I shouldn't be picking you up right now. You'd be like, oh.
That's true.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I'm out at 3 a.m, I need help.
Yeah, you need more help than that. Because why are you out at 3 a.m?
Wow. Like
At
that's
her
tired.
age,
Yeah, like
she needs to be in her granny robe.
I know. I'm ready. Some of those nighties look pretty comfy. I'm totally ready.
all right. So kind of moving on a little bit. So, what's an example of a time where like a family event turned into like more stress than it was fun, or more stress than it was worth?
Let's see, baby shower,
Birthday party,
Thanksgiving,
Christmas.
Thanksgiving.
Easter.
Oh, okay. I guess let me
Wedding.
pick one. Okay, so you mentioned baby shower first. So you want to share that?
Let's just say there's so usually if it's me throwing the thing for somebody, I feel like things can go pretty smoothly. But then when it's my turn for people to throw things for me, that's when it's like, guys, okay, I don't want to get too like excited for the thing because once they start fighting, everyone's going to call it off. And then there I go. I don't get it. Like that, it
But we've
seems,
not called it off. I pushed through.
I forget. I think mom tried to call off my first baby shower.
Yeah, why was that?
You and Beth are fighting. I don't know.
I don't remember why.
Somebody was fighting, and the
I
threat was, well, then we're just going to cancel Danielle's baby shower. And I'm
Which is like a terrible option.
That would be a mom thing to say.
guys.
Well, that's what she said. She said mom did it.
say
Yeah.
yeah. I'm like, oh, that's real nice, guys. Okay. Anyway. So then when I was having another baby shower, I was like, I'm not even going to get excited. I'm not going to get too attached to the idea of having a baby shower because I knew like if people can't get along, then the threat will be they're going to cancel it, and then now I'm going to be upset. So we were coming down to the wire of like it was almost time for me to actually have the baby shower. So I started getting excited, and then something happened, and it was, we might have to cancel this thing. I just hung up the phone. I was like, nope, I'm done. I'm not hearing this. Hung up the phone, and then I get one sister after another calling. I will throw it on my own for you if I have to. Like, wait a second, you're both going to throw it for me. Why don't you just do it together?
Yeah.
But anyway, in the end, it all worked out. I had an amazing baby shower. I was so appreciative of it. But we don't have very many family gatherings or things that go without any drama.
No.
Wait, we haven't had a family game night in a while.
No.
Yeah.
Because that always ended up in a fight or something.
Not the game
Or-
that I went to.
No, which one did you? I don't think you've been to one yet.
That was New
No.
Year's Eve.
Was it? Oh,
No.
Oh.
You invited me to a game night here.
Yeah, that was New Year's Eve. Because then I didn't.
Oh, way.
Yes, it
New Year's
was.
I wasn't here because I didn't meet him till he brought that wonderful map
We played. Cameron was here, right?
No.
that I found out you did a barrel roll or something on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was
there's a-
supposed to be on one of our episodes.
that was
by
supposed to
the
be on
way.
like I think 2 episodes ago, but
I
we
texted
couldn't
him
figure it out.
immediately. It was like 5 in the
John,
morning.
what
I
game night
said,
did you have without
Send
me?
me.
I don't
No,
know.
he was
Yeah.
there.
I was?
Yes.
That was New
playing
Year's
right
Eve.
No, no.
Cameron was there.
No.
Yes.
Oh, you know what he was. You're right.
Yes.
Because I
Wow.
made the
Man, I
my
thought I
mom
was
my,
in the
ma- my mom
Twilight
made
Zone.
the Oreo ball.
Yeah.
It wasn't New Year's Eve though.
Yes, it was because you left early. Well, early was like what? I don't know, 10 o'clock,
No,
11
I
or
wasn't-
something.
Wow, I have a bad memory
because
I don't
you had
remember.
I do too, because I'm slowly remembering this. It was New Year's Eve.
Guys, I remember a lot of things.
She does.
We had Mitch over that night too.
You had to leave for a New Year's Eve party. And I was like, wow, because I felt like we were the lame ones who didn't have anything to go to for New Year's Eve. But then you're like, well, anyway, I gotta go. I've got this New Year's Eve party at my house. And I'm like,
Bum.
That's crazy.
I
She
was
remembers
like-
that, and I didn't.
wow, okay, well, bye. I guess
'Cause
we're
you
the
made her feel
losers.
Lame. Way to go.
And then he was like, well, I mean, you guys could come if you want to. And I'm thinking,
Aw.
you just met me. I know that's
And the
that's a
forehead.
pity invite. Just saying.
We
Hey,
don't
dude,
accept
he
pity.
he
invites
pettily
in this
invited me
family.
to that stinking.
Hibachi night.
Hibachi.
Hibachi.
It took you to tell him.
I know.
that was
That was a
stupid.
pity invite too. I was like, John, you didn't even fight the guy.
Well, okay, so now that you know him more, do you blame me? Because I know how he
Well,
eats,
I
and how
would
picky he
sti- I
is. I was like, okay, I'm like, I didn't want to put him in a bad situation, and especially putting up with you crazies.
You can go if you want to. No, I'm all right. I don't want
What's
to go.
wrong with
anywhere.
hibachi night? What don't you like about
I'm
that?
a picky eater.
He likes
Okay, so does
chicken
my
and
husband.
rice with no vegetables,
But
nothing.
that was hibachi chicken.
mean-
and
No vegetables in the rice.
vegetable on the side.
It's
John, you have to
entertaining.
do your
Forget what you're
accent.
eating. Just watch. It is wonderful.
Well, I didn't want to accept this petty invite. Obviously,
It was. It
Oh.
was a pity.
That's
it was.
Yeah.
I mean, last second. Like,
Yeah.
you can go if you want.
Don't worry, we'll have one soon.
Then he
We'll have
invites
one soon.
Andrew and Michaela.
I know.
I think I
And
was
their kid.
behind her in Starbucks when I came to your house.
Oh yeah.
I am pretty
Kendra,
sure.
no side topic.
Sorry.
Yeah, way to throw Kayla under the bus
Yeah.
because
Is she not allowed to have Starbucks?
I don't know.
Okay. All
Spending
right.
all Andrew's money.
Yes.
I'm about to text him right now.
Hey,
Yeah, I'm gonna
listen.
text because you know.
Listen,
Kayla.
don't take away a happy Starbucks from a stay-at-home mom, okay?
Listen, Starbucks is way too expensive to even be.
Starbucks is trash compared to my coffee.
That
Just
well,
saying.
that's pretty good.
All right, so we've gotten way off topic. We'll jump into this one because this one is pretty important. So, what does setting boundaries with family actually look like? Wow.
I feel like Kendra's the best at boundaries.
We
But let's
need-
hear from Will.
We need a video
Me.
podcast.
Setting boundaries, my house.
Yeah, do you set boundaries at your house?
I feel like we just kind of have like, I don't know, a mutual boundary. I don't know.
You're okay. I would say your family has a lot better communication skills than ours.
Yeah, okay. I will say
That's a
in the
good key.
household, the middleman, like when you're talking about being a middleman, I guess in my perspective, it's a little bit different because for you, it sounds like this middleman thing goes on for like days until a conclusion is done.
I was like, yeah.
Me, like,
or
I'll
a
walk in.
5-hour phone call.
Yeah.
You never know.
Like for me, I'll walk into a situation, like if I'm being a peacemaker or middleman, whatever, I'll walk in, my parents are saying something stupid. I'm like, guys, this is stupid. And then they're like, you're right. And they just stop.
Man, you've got it easy. Let's
Yeah.
switch. Let's
Yeah.
say it.
Are you
I'll
guys
just
currently
I'll say the
adopted?
same thing. I'll say, guys, this is stupid. Stop. I'll say
I'll
it.
try that line.
Yeah.
I'm writing that down right
Yeah.
now.
You're writing it
Put
down.
it on your phone.
Yeah, don't use that
Send
on
me a
me.
screenshot
What
of the
was the actual
convo.
quote
Yeah.
again?
Guys, this is stupid.
Got it.
It doesn't
Guys,
work when
this is
John says it.
stupid.
How do you say it exactly?
Yeah. It's like, hold on a second. Do you guys understand how dumb the situation is right now? What are you
He
complaining
sounds-
about? Hold on. What are you complaining about right now?
Hold on.
Really?
I feel
You
like
don't
I've
like that
said
type of paint? You're fighting over paint right now? Are you serious?
But it's his way.
Hear yourselves right now?
It's
This
the
is
tone.
stupid. Stop fighting over
It's
it.
the tone. You say it. You say it differently.
Yeah, you guys are stupid.
Yeah. See, that's rude. That's insulting.
So what? Him laughing, saying you guys are stupid,
Yeah, 'cause he
changes the
doesn't mean it.
context of it.
Well, he
He does mean
he
it.
said, "Guys, this is stupid."
Yeah, he didn't say
Yeah.
we were.
Yeah,
Ah,
yeah,
okay.
that's
Okay.
the difference. there.
CC,
The conversation.
Guys, this is stupid.
There we
this
go.
is your
Yeah.
podcast.
Like, step out of your own conversation, look in on it. It looks pretty stupid. Let's be honest. It looks pretty stupid, doesn't it? Yeah. It looks stupid.
Yeah, we won't go into. We've got a lot of those.
All right, so I'll let you
All right.
go next, Danielle.
So
Oh, yeah.
boundaries.
What was the question?
Boundaries. What do
Okay.
boundaries actually look like?
Yeah, that's a hard one. Because I haven't been so great with boundaries. I am getting better at it though. I've had to set some boundaries here in the past, and it's tough, but I think it's for my own good, and I think it's for the people involved, their own good. Because if I weren't to set the boundary, I would just stop like talking to the person and wouldn't really care. And I guess that makes it seem like I don't really care about the relationship. If I'm not willing to work it out and set a boundary so that I can now be comfortable, or whatever it is, the reason I'm setting the boundary, I feel like that's more of showing like, hey, I do care about the relationship, but how we can make this work even better is this boundary needs to be set. And that's something I'm working on recently. It's not easy, but I'm working on it.
I would say I'm still working on it.
Yeah, you are.
Thanks. Wow. Never. Hey, note to self: don't ever have siblings on the podcast ever again. They like to throw you under the
I
bus.
haven't offered mine, so.
I haven't offered mine.
Are we separate?
Actually, yeah. Hold up. Next
Where's his
episode,
Nope.
sisters?
Will's sisters.
Nope.
Yes.
They don't even listen to
Yeah.
this dumb thing. Actually, no, yeah, they do.
Yeah. All right. So Will's sisters, go ahead and reach out to us, and we'll schedule you because I know
No.
Will's not going to pass the message along.
John, what's your number? You probably need to give it.
Yeah.
the
No, I'm
number
not saying that.
earlier.
He's not
Um,
putting it on the internet.
Yeah. So I would say I'm still working on it. I have an issue where, and I hate having so many judgmental people staring at me right now.
Well, stop staring at him.
But I would say I just limit my interaction with you. So like if you're creating, I would say stress or havoc in my life, I just limit the interaction. So I would say instead of dealing with the issue head on, I just, you know what, I'm just not going to talk to that person as much, or I'm not going to interact with them, which is completely contrary to kind of what I do every day. So I have those difficult conversations with guys on my team. I have difficult conversation in business. And I can have those conversations, I think, because it's more cut and dry. It's more, hey, here's the facts.
Yeah.
Where like people have emotions, and I can't be like, hey, you're a moron. Like,
No.
this is
Say
just
moron on the
ridiculous.
radio.
Yeah, you can.
Is that a rule?
No, there's a particular word you can't say, but it's not that one.
Yeah.
According to I forget, Timmy Turner, the guy with the fairies.
That's Timmy.
Yes. They always said you can't say moron on the radio.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That was that cartoon.
Yeah, what-
And they said it. They said
Not
it.
really.
Say
Yeah.
moron again. I'm
What
taking
was
your
that?
flowers away.
Fairly Odd Parent. That's what it was.
Fairly Odd Parents. Yeah. So no, like in like business world is like everything's facts based. So you pull emotion out of it and it's like, hey, here's the facts. This is the conversation. You have to change this, otherwise this is gonna happen. Or, XYZ. It's a lot, I'd say it's more cut and dry where everybody has emotions, people cry, people get offended.
You don't like the tears.
Yeah, I don't like it when
You
people
don't
cry.
like the tears.
I hate dude, if you want to make me cry, cry. Because
Did-
I am out.
Didn't we talk about that on that mental health episode because I feel like you talked about the work versus the
I think so, yeah.
yeah, and then I said you need to like try to implement like that personality in the personal.
Yeah, and then I said everybody would think I'm an a-hole.
No, what
The nods from across the room.
yeah, what you say about distancing yourself from someone that only makes it worse.
It
Yes, I'm
does.
fully aware of that.
Like the problem
And
is like
crucial communication, that book says so.
if you think about it, at the moment when someone's bugging you, it's so minute and little, you could probably tell them in such a way that it's not going to make them upset instead of letting it boil. And they're like, why in the world is this guy not talking to me? And then finally you're like, it's because you wore them goofy looking shoes and I don't know, whatever it is. You poke me too much. And they're like, really? I
Yeah.
poke you too much?
I guess majority of like I would say the family side of things is I can't have that open conversation with some people.
Mm.
So you go to have that conversation, now they're extremely offended, or now they do.
That's what the middleman's job
They'll-
is. You say it,
I
then
know.
let the
I
middleman
know.
figure it out.
Yeah.
So that's where it ends up
Keeps her
coming into
employed.
play is like if I say it and I have that like, hey, this is how I'm feeling, blah 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 blah. Now that person gets offended, and
And then the middleman comes in and says, listen, what he was meaning is this.
Yeah.
well, and or you get retaliated against.
No, look, see, you gotta prelimp it. You gotta be like, okay, you're gonna text the middleman, hey, I wanna say this to Kendra right now. And then she's gonna be like, okay,
We
I'm
don't
ready.
fight.
Actually,
All right, and
I've
go.
actually done that.
It's an example.
I've actually done
Example.
that.
Kendra, like what? A
And yeah, we
month
do.
ago?
Yeah, we do fight.
Well, I mean,
About
we
a
got
week
a
ago.
little disagreement, but
I forget what.
we had one where him and he said
Birthday.
something and it was very
Oh,
not
yeah.
Remember, I
nice.
remember things.
Yeah.
It's very
Guys.
not nice and put a lot of blame for a lot of things.
No,
not my
I-
fault. And
There
we
we
talked it
go.
out. We talked it out.
Yeah, we talked a lot.
And we did. We did.
I know.
This is a different conversation, not that one.
I know.
But him and I worked it out in the same conversation. I was proud of him. He stuck it out. He did.
Oh.
He stuck it out that time. He must not have been working.
You want to know why?
Why?
Because I talked to her first.
Oh my god.
Did you
Listen.
really?
Your guys' problems
Okay.
sound so minute and little that could be solved in one sitting, but you guys pan it out. You're stretching it, dude. Calm down.
So I
Well,
think
'cause it was
what we
very dangerous in our house.
We need two.
yeah we so like okay growing up we were so
You're
unlike-
adults now.
I know, but growing up, but just
it takes a long time.
Yeah.
fair.
so growing up we were pitted against each other a lot. So that's
Get out
where
of that mindset.
yeah we're working on it. Thank you.
Yeah,
Forget the
I-
middleman.
Easier said than done.
Don't text Danielle anymore.
Forget
Figure
the
it out.
middleman. No,
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I'm always here,
We're
guys.
getting mad.
I'm getting better. I typically text her and be like, just FYI, so-and-so's mad at me.
And then immediately I'm like, so and so, why are you mad at someone?
So what we're
I
gonna
just keep her
do
busy.
what we're gonna do from now on is I'm gonna text Will's number out in the siblings chat, and anytime
put me-
there's an issue
I can
he's
just
gonna
text-
get looped in.
I'll just text and say, guys, this is stupid.
You love
Put-
each other.
after-
Put me on a conference call, and that's all you're gonna hear me say the whole time.
Like,
You
I'll be
said-
like, Will's gonna take this one, guys.
Yeah.
I'm already taking another one.
Yeah, pass me the vape for one. I want to see.
all right, so and then I guess this one I would categorize this as I don't know how to word this. Basically pick your battles. So how do you decide whether to engage or just let it go? And this can be in general, like this is kind of a bold statement.
window of tolerance.
That's a big word.
Yep.
Yeah, so
Okay. There's a book called Try Softer. It's a great book. I forget the name of the author, but she talks very much about knowing your window of tolerance. And basically that just means like, what am I able, like, because we each have our own stories. We each have, John, you're a full-time job. You're a full-time mom, full-time wife, homeschooling and all of that. Plus your in-laws and mine, so we all have our stories and we all have what's going on. And basically like check yourself. How well can I handle this? Is this going to steal my peace? Is this going to make me more stressed out? How much of this can I tolerate? So there are some situations where I will say, okay, it's been a pretty easy week. I can deal with it. but I can only deal with 3 hours of it. And then I will, yes, but I have to go at such and such time. And then leave at such and such time, unless it happens to go in a positive direction. So I've been working on making sure that I am first not betraying myself by checking what can I tolerate, what can I, and not in a like, it's not a tolerance like, oh, you're so intolerant. It's not that. It's a like, what can I handle without having the like, I get really stressed out. This is probably TMI. I can wake up biting my tongue. That's how stressed out and impacted I can get. Um, my sleep has been over the years absolutely miserable. And looking back, actually, my childhood was pretty messed up with my sleep. But anyways, um, and so like I have learned how to like kind of balance that and not, I say not betray myself, because if I betray myself by putting myself in a situation that I know is going to bring me nothing but misery and stress and pain, and, I'm still going to be blamed or whatever, I probably don't have the window of tolerance that I need to engage in that, you know. But if it's involving my nieces, or, and it's like a big thing, okay. And then I work out a battle plan. So that way I am, I'm taking care of myself, but I'm also meeting the needs of those around me within a safe zone. Does that make sense? Am I
Yeah.
making sense?
Mhm.
No, that's good because like tolerance, everyone treats that differently. Like when you say you're overworked, it messes with your sleep and stuff, but it also can cause people. It can cause them to be angry, say the wrong things, say things they shouldn't have. So yeah, that's good. So everyone has a different way of dealing it when their tolerance level's not good for that situation.
Yeah, I would say I have a pretty good, and I guess you guys can judge me right here, but I have a pretty good tolerance for like that. But there's like a few key things that you do or say something, it like sets me off. And so, like, one of the biggest things is I would say like blatant being disrespectful towards somebody. So, like, if somebody, like, if we're on a phone call conversation and somebody pinpoints Danielle or Kendra or whoever and is like, oh, well, and I'll just say this because she's been called it a couple of times, so I'm not throwing you on the bus. Kendra gets the nickname troublemaker, or not troublemaker. Oh, what is it?
Righteous troublemaker.
Righteous troublemaker. And somebody on the phone said, would the righteous troublemaker just shut up?
Always
And
asking questions. Questions are dangerous in certain.
so yeah, so I would say I was kind of acting like the mediator. Is I wanted to know a couple of these questions. And I figured she had the same thing. So I felt if I was on the phone call, it would kind of help, like, hey, I'm chill. Like, I'm not here to judge you. I just
No,
want to know. I just
just
want
to
to ask these
understand.
questions and understand.
Yeah.
Because being told something and then what actually happens is completely different. So I just, hey, and I prefaced that, and I think I did a pretty good job at
Yeah.
it. And when we started,
Absolutely.
and then that happened, and that's when I lost it. And I was like, all right, you know what? No, I pretty much forget exactly what I said, but I'm like, you know what? If you can't have this conversation, you say that again. This conversation's done and over with.
And you set that boundary and you respected that.
And the person did it again, and I think we just ended. I just ended the phone call,
Yeah.
and the person tried calling back. No, we're done. So I think when somebody does personal attacks like that, it gets under my skin,
A
and
lot. Go ahead.
it just I don't know, and then that's when I start to cry.
Yeah.
So
It's because they have no other resort but to start hitting personal.
yeah,
And that's why you have to, as far as accountability goes, like you have to find that person that doesn't do that. Because I've had conversations with people like friendly, or I guess they're not necessarily friendly because they end up with them like, trying to get at me. And I'm like, oh, really? You have nothing else to say, so you're gonna
just
do
gonna
this
start
right
low
now.
blows.
I'm like, I have enough respect for you. I'm not gonna do that back, but that's absurd. Like
Yeah.
that's not right.
And like he said, he really was, that phone call was not a like spur of the moment thing. It was my whole world just flipped upside down, and I need to understand. Will you be on the phone call with me? Because I need to understand, and you have a lot of the same questions. And I was
Yeah.
like, Okay.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I think that it makes it really difficult when you try to understand and it just blows up in your face and you're just like, okie dokie.
Yeah.
And I would say a little bit is so I would say in our family, everybody knows who's the person we don't like attack.
Oh yeah.
Like
You don't make her cry. You
if
make her cry,
yeah,
you want to have everybody come get you.
yeah. So you want to like make like the whole family come down on you, mess with her.
Yep.
So I would say that one is a strong. I guess even though I'm little brother, I still feel like big brother, especially because now I'm bigger than that. But yeah, don't mess with family on that. I would say that irritates me. I cannot like you. I can disagree with you, but don't mess with my family.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Don't mess with family.
Yeah.
Well, in that situation, that's one of those where I just had to let that one go. Because I had the phone call first with that person that they talked to, and my phone call went well. Um, and then I called those two and I encouraged them to call that person and ask their questions and have that talk. And I was like, he sounds like he's pretty level-headed right now, and I think I think he's open to talk. And then here it turned out to be awful. And they were like, they called me back and let me know how it went. And I'm like, wow, it's completely different from the phone call I had. I felt so bad because I was like, I sent them into that.
Aw, shouldn't. That wasn't my
But
fault.
No, I'm personally
I let that
glad.
go. I wasn't going. Normally, I would call that person back and be like, hey, what happened? Like, I thought this could be a good conversation, and fix some things. But that one, I was just like, no, I'm going to let that one go. That the person made that choice to say all those hurtful things and not work things out. That's on them. It's not a sibling thing where it's going to change our siblings' relationship.
Mm.
If anything,
So
you're
I let
closer
that
in
one go.
situation.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
I would say, and I would partially say I'm thankful she wasn't on the phone because if the hurtful comments, no offense to you, I'm not saying she's better than you, but if Kendra can take it, you can take it pretty good, and she can hold her own, and Danielle can hold her own pretty good to a certain point, but it's like she doesn't mess with anybody. She doesn't mess with anybody. She's a peacekeeper, and then now you're gonna personally target attack her. And I feel like I would have had a way worse reaction had it been her versus her. Unfortunately, like I'm sorry, but
Oh no,
it's just
no. I learned in a like I learned to have a spine.
well, Anne, you're the I want to say you're the big sister. Like you had to be the adult majority of our upbringing.
Oh
so
yeah, I had to keep you guys safe. That was my job, and that's why I would get so mad when you guys would do stuff because like, guys, not only did you do that, but now I'm gonna get in trouble too.
Yeah. Meanwhile, me and Kendra are only like 17 months apart. And then our younger sister is
17 months from you.
17 months from me.
That's crazy.
and then I was a save the marriage baby that did not save the marriage.
Yeah.
No, you were not a
You
save
were-
the marriage. You were my answer. My
You were the separate the marriage.
yeah, I caused the divorce.
You did not.
Gosh darn it, it's a balding boy. We gotta get out of here.
These beady little eyes.
Yeah.
I bet he's gonna own Mako or something one day.
Yeah.
Oh, he'll be the CEO.
No, hopefully not.
But while we're so close in age, she's the one in charge all the time. Like, how are you going to tell? You're like 9 years old. How are you going to tell your 8-year-old sister and 7-year-old sister what to do?
I know. You guys are like my same
Like, no, we're
size.
not going to listen.
No, what am I supposed to do? Like, yeah.
Were you ever like? Because you have what? How many siblings? 6.
I have 5.
We
Five.
just went through this.
I know.
today.
Listen, what did we talk about? I don't remember anything. Okay, so you have 5 siblings.
Yeah.
What
Were you guys-
number are you?
I am the 4th.
Oh, that's a good number. Okay.
I'm like the middle child, I guess.
Oh yeah, you kind of are.
Yeah.
But okay, so like, did you guys ever have that? Like, I don't know how to explain because our child is pretty wild.
Yeah.
But like, do you have any like crazy stories? Like, where were our parents? Or like, I would never let my kid do this.
No.
I don't know. I know that like My oldest sister was a jerk when I was a kid.
Aren't they all?
Aren't they all?
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh,
That's
dude.
hard.
Calling you out, Jenna.
I got scars to prove that.
Not for me.
Right.
She's being quiet over there.
Yeah.
Dude, she would I'd have pizza rolls and she'd come up, moo, moo. So there was one day, I might have even referred to this conversation on a podcast once, but this is just the biggest thing I remember as a kid, is she hated getting water in her face and hair. Never do it, right? And so one time I'm drinking water, and yeah, I'm a little kid, 4 or 5 years old. She comes up to me and says some smarky remark. I took that water while I was drinking, went right in her face. Oh my gosh! She grabs water and dumps it on me. Dad! He comes running down the hallway. What's going on in here? Will dumped water on me. Well, I don't care. Clean it up. I'm like, and then she's sitting there mocking me while I'm cleaning it up.
You didn't ask why you were wet too.
Oh no, not at all. And so she's mocking me as I'm picking it up. I'm like, are you kidding me right now? This is mad disrespectful.
Oh man.
I felt like that a lot. Although you guys think it was the opposite. I thought I got bullied, especially by the younger two.
Kendra
I
always stuck up for you.
Yeah, I
You guys
saw
were-
it and I would get upset. I still do. I struggle. That whole you start getting personal. That's now part of my window tolerance, because there are some people that they just hone in on him and they say the meanest things to him, and he will shrug it off. He'll tell me, I don't know why you're so upset. And I'm like, no, that bothers me. I watched you grow up. No. Don't let people talk to you that way. You are better than that. And he's like, but it doesn't bother me. And I'm like, yeah, but I lose sleep over it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
coming from the peacekeeper, right?
She's
So-
quiet over there.
Yeah, she's being awful quiet over here. She's trying to hide in her little corner. She was the ringleader of
Yeah.
I don't know how else to put
The
this. This sounds mean, of the bullying and abuse.
It's a brain person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The two of them.
Yeah. And then you would have the other one execute.
Yeah. She's sitting in the little headquarters.
You smack John in face.
Exactly. I should go over and do it.
Go put rubber in his
I
Mountain Dew and make
convinced-
him never drink
And
Mountain
he
Dew.
threw up. That was so funny.
But what? No, I gotta hear this.
Okay, so John used to wear these when he was between the ages 3 to 5. He only wore these black cowboy boots in the summer and the winter, all
What?
season long. To the pool, he's wearing these black cowboy boots.
Where's
Didn't
my
wear socks
parents?
with them.
No socks?
Okay,
So they-
that I remember. Them things
They
stunk.
stunk so bad. So anyway, he wore them so much that they would start to get worn, and on the bottom, a little bit of rubber was peeling up. So we're in the car, by the way.
First
I-
off, I'd never give my kid Mountain Dew. Just saying.
I mean,
John's 4 years old drinking a Mountain Dew in the back
oh
seat.
my
Just
goodness.
saying.
Can you imagine me?
So I picked the rubber off the bottom of his shoe, and when he wasn't looking, I dropped it in the bottle of it. He was
Oh.
drinking a Mountain Dew bottle. I dropped it in there, and I told him, I said, John, I just put a booger in your Mountain Dew. He
I threw up.
threw up right then and
It's a
there.
hyper gag reflex.
That's crazy.
Before he could even see that it was a piece of rubber, he already threw
That's
up all over the back seat.
crazy.
They're so mean.
And I got in trouble. I'm like, it's just rubber.
Where was I?
I don't know.
I don't-
I
in the
think it was in the
front
back
seat,
of
ready
your
to
truck.
pinch.
Just rubber. He could have choked on that. He could have choked on that. Died.
I mean, probably.
Yes, they were mean.
Wow, that's so mean. Oh,
I loved making him gag.
I mean, he is a good gagger. If you ever need a good gagger, you should call him. Mushrooms. He hates mushrooms. Everybody, he hates mushrooms.
Oh my gosh.
Kendra, was it a Thanksgiving when I told him I put a mushroom in his pie? He was
I thought you said that the hibachi had mushrooms in it.
Yeah.
But he didn't eat 'em.
I didn't eat them.
He made them for
I
us.
picked 'em
We
out.
love mushrooms.
I picked them
You
out.
pick them out?
Yeah, I'm adult. I'm an
No,
adult now.
dude.
I can pick
No,
them
you-
out.
It's contaminated once.
No,
in
it's
there.
not the
Taste them.
it's not the
Nah,
flavor. It's
nah,
the texture.
it's
It's the
Oh.
He's a great gagger.
Guys, I can't have this conversation. It's too funny.
Oh.
He's a good gagger.
I wish you guys would stop saying that.
Oh, this episode's gonna get demonetized.
Yeah, we're getting bans. All right, so back on topic.
Right?
Yeah. So, how has your idea of family evolved as you've gotten older?
Closely knit. figure out your problems.
Well, I wasn't.
So mature.
Yeah, you're
That's
smart.
like so healthy.
Yeah, he
Actually,
only-
I got to be real. Like,
Oh.
there's only a select amount of people that do that in my house.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, like, you know, I work my stuff out with everyone in the house one-on-one, but my mom tends to be the middleman in some situations between my sisters and her mom sometimes too. So I feel like, yeah, my summary of it is what I had just said. But to others, although one thing is like with our family, when we need something, they're gonna be there for it. No matter, like, I could call one sister right now, no matter where we're at. I'll be like, hey, I need this. Be like, okay.
Mm,
But
I want him to call. You need a stuffed rabbit.
my sister would do that.
I
right
want
now.
you to call her right now. You need a stuffed rabbit in 15 minutes. Let's hear it. Let's put it on the
She
air.
already has one. She showed me one the other day.
Ew,
I was
really?
painting her bedroom because she's like renovating her house and she hired me to paint. And she's like, "Will, check this out." I'm like, that's flipping gross. It's like a baby bunny she taxidermy.
Oh.
Yeah. And I'm like, why? Why do you have that? She's like, because it's cool. I'm like, no,
She
it's
can
gross.
taxidermy?
Yeah.
So when my Great Dane dies, would she taxidermy it?
I feel like there's a whole thing on why people don't taxidermy dogs.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Probably because they're dogs.
Well,
Okay,
no,
what
it's
about
because
the
like
ears? I need the ears.
they can't. She could probably do that.
Because I've rubbed her. She's like a stuffed animal. She's
Yeah.
missing She's missing hair behind the
This
ears.
conversation's getting.
Yeah, this is okay. So the
Getting worse.
question was,
Okay,
I gotta
we're gonna
finish my
continue this
taxidermy
later.
question. I gotta finish. So people might be interested about this.
They might be.
So,
You guys could have
the
a taxidermy supporter.
Yeah, the silhouette of like a fox, a rabbit, and stuff, they're basically all the same.
Okay.
Like, you can't just take like a Great Dane skeleton and do the same. I don't know. Like, they're all different sizes, I guess. Great Danes are, or dog breeds in general. Like, I couldn't imagine someone taxidermying my 220-pound English Mastiff. It wouldn't work. That'd be a lot of stuffing.
A lot of
Yeah,
stuffing.
it would.
and then where are you gonna put this?
I
huge-
said we should just turn her into a rug, like on a big bear rug.
Could she do it?
I don't know.
You should ask her. What's
Yeah.
her name?
Sydney.
Sydney. Hey, if you're listening, can you turn a dog into a stuffed rug at its natural demise?
Imagine having the vacuuming your dog rug.
Ew.
But that's what I mean. I feel like that's more disgraceful. Be like, yeah, that's my
It is.
dead dog.
When
Yeah.
our
My new dog just took a dump on it, but
I'll tell Nate he doesn't have to do that as long as he gets me a puppy. We'll be
There you
fine.
go. When our Great Dane passed, we had her cremated.
Oh.
That's actually the big thing now is cremation. You put them in a little thing, yeah.
Yeah. My dad carries a little vial of her ashes around. Yeah.
Oh, okay. After this podcast, I know what I'm asking.
All right, so back on topic. How has your idea of family evolved as you've gotten older? And I'll go first. Is I've realized that family doesn't always have to be blood to be family.
Mm-hmm.
So I would still say this to like John and Kathy Hunter.
Mhm.
Basically, my grandparents.
Mm-hmm.
Because we moved here. I forget. I was 8, I think.
It sounds about right. I was 17.
And so like our grandma, I love her.
In 4th grade.
Was I
So then you would have been 9.
9? Okay, I was 9. But like grandma was Kenner's favorite, obviously.
Yeah.
So I didn't have that like grandma relationship, but we still had good time. And I think she had some trauma that she didn't like guys, so that kind of didn't help.
And honestly, knowing the behind the scenes story, we now understand.
So they were like grandparents to me. They took me on my first mission trip to Guatemala, which once again, I don't know. Like before scene, I would never let my 12-year-old kid go to a foreign country with people I didn't know ever.
Never.
But you know what? From that stemmed an incredible 2 individuals. I mean, they're pretty inspiring in my life, and I appreciate them.
Mm-hmm.
And because obviously your in-laws didn't come over for a while, their grandparents to your 2 or your 4. Sorry, I don't know why I said 2.
Yeah, because they also the Hunters, they let my husband, before he was like a grown up and a citizen and all that, they let him live with them for a while. So they became grandparents to him. So then when me and my husband got married and we had kids, then those are their granddaughters, and they've been to every single thing for the kids.
Yeah. So, I would say that is sometimes family isn't blood. It's who's there in those times of, hey, it's 3 in the morning, or it's, hey, this just happened. I need help.
Yeah.
They'll be there.
You know what?
Mm.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
So I would say that.
Yeah. I agree.
And I feel
agree.
like there's sometimes better than family. Sometimes.
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people say that because like you're so used to your family, whereas like someone that you would also call family is a little bit of an outsider in a way. So it's like they're not as annoying, I guess, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Does it make-
It can be annoying.
Well, yeah, but like not family annoying. Because
Yeah.
you have like
Yeah.
family annoying, then you have like friend annoying. I feel like there's friend annoying too.
Yeah. I feel like once you've been friends for a certain amount of time, though, it's just like,
yeah, they like family.
yeah.
Yeah,
You're
I
like,
get it.
yeah, okay, they're stupid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't know. So that's mine. So, what about you guys? Or kind of the same, or
Yeah. Also, like, I don't know, just for my kids' sake, trying to keep everything together and everyone at peace. Because family is so important, even for like the kids to witness how our family dynamic's supposed to be. Whereas when I was growing up, family could come and go.
Mm.
People are disowned. Family bonds didn't seem to really matter.
Mm-mm.
And so I and my own family, I'm trying to change that. Show my girls that family sticks with each other. We don't disown each other just over a little fight, or even a big fight. So I guess how family has evolved for me is family is important enough to work things out.
I would agree on that. I definitely think there's a lot. I wouldn't say like I would change. Now, obviously, if we had a better upbringing, like things could have been different. But I am who I am today because of my upbringing and you know having great 3 older sisters to torture you. But uh, it definitely when I have future kids, if I ever do, if it's in the Lord's plan, it's gonna be something like that. Like I want you to go hang out with your cousins. I want you guys to have like your BFFs should be your cousins because
Mhm.
they're your ride or dies. If you guys are gonna go do something stupid, hey, you want to go do this? It's stupid,
Mhm.
It's fun, I would say me and my brother-in-law have a different relationship than when we first met. We went to high school together, so you know, uh, we were stupid teenagers. I'll just put it up that. But even like this instance is, he helped me get a wasp nest from my yard, so it's behind the fence, and so I get the crap stung out of me. Like my arm still hurts. Yeah, you see it? Yeah.
Man. Yeah.
So I get attacked by the singular wasp, and he comes over, and I'm like, "Hey," I'm like, "It's out there. Don't like it's out there." He's like, "Oh, let me go find it." And I'm
No
like,
ear. He's got nothing covering him.
"Yeah, nothing." He just walks out
He's a
there,
wild man.
and he goes and he finds it,
Found
and
the
it
wasp.
stung him right in the eye. And
Right
he
in the
walks in. "Oh, I got stung."
I don't even know where it came from.
Yeah. Well, like I told you, I'm like, why would you go out there? Like,
That's
we
John
could have,
itching.
yeah, we could have,
Right now.
we could have game planned it. And he's like, well, I just want to know where they were. And I'm like, well,
Yeah,
safety
found 'em.
goggles or a hoodie or something, But I don't know. I feel like we do that just like cutting open a
A
50
barrel.
gallon
Flammable.
barrel that had brake clean in it. So I had put water in it and done everything. And I thought I got I call it the jeans out of it, but apparently not, because as he was cutting the top off,
Sparks were flying. By the way, I told them don't do it.
it ignited. So all of this stuff had just pulled a layer on top. So when the sparks hit it, it literally puffed the 50-gallon barrel out, and where the hole was for the where you pour the stuff out of, shot out flames right in my brother-in-law's face.
Oh my god.
And he had no hair left on his face. It burnt his hand pretty good. And he's just dazed and confused, just standing there. I'm like, dude, what the heck just happened? So, yeah, if we ever die, we're probably gonna die together because we're doing
Probably.
something stupid. But
Please do not.
but yeah, so brother-in-laws, if you ever get them, they can be pretty fun. If we both manage to stay alive.
Oh man.
But
My brother-in-laws are just dumb.
I hope they heard that.
yeah, I hope they listen to
Just
this.
kidding.
They're gonna
John,
beat you up
John,
now.
John, you're okay.
So,
The other one's not.
You
Don't
said
talk about him.
I am done.
All right, too. I get.
I am done.
Not-
My philosophy, and I'm sorry because your kids are probably going to learn this. If you're going to do something dumb, do it carefully.
I've heard you tell them that before.
Yeah, if you're going to do something dumb, do it carefully.
And don't get caught.
Well, yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Don't get hurt.
Lord
Don't
is
get
always
caught. You know
watching.
what is?
I said the Lord's always watching.
Well, yeah, but you're not.
Yeah, but sometimes he can tell
Yeah,
your
but
mama.
you're not.
Okay, and an example of that is
My mom would be that. She would do that. Like, she would be like, "What'd you do last night?" Like, I was praying last night, and like, the Lord spoke to me, and I think He did something. Like, my mom, this is crazy too. She's gonna smile at this one. She'll wake up, and like she'll come down and tell us. She goes, "I think that this person's pregnant. I'm gonna call him. She calls him. She goes, "So, you pregnant right now?" Like, how did you know? She's like, I just thought about it.
I just thought
The Lord
about it.
Spoke to me about it.
I got a
Are you
special
kidding me?
relationship.
Yeah, you
Ain't no
guys.
way.
So
If your mom's got a connection with Jesus, you watch out.
Yeah.
apparently she's got a pretty good one. And talk to her like, excuse me, where's my wife? Been waiting 27 years.
The Lord spoke to me, and let me check your search history.
You're
real quick.
dying alone.
Let me see your search history. Mom.
But okay, what was the question? We got off topic.
Well, you answered it. I think it was how you're.
Oh yeah,
That's
how
right.
family has evolved.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we all good on that one. Did
Yeah.
you have anything to say on that? All right. So here's one: is what advice would you give to someone who feels stuck in the middle?
Get out.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
You can duck. You can jump. You can sidestep.
As from somebody who's always in the middle and navigating it. I guess you said it was it's like, hey, you guys are being stupid.
I don't know.
Figure it out.
It depends. How invested are you in like whatever relationship it is that you're stuck in the middle of? If you really care about the people and they care about you, then set those boundaries, and say like when enough is enough. And if you're able to handle it, then okay, handle it. But if not, then just let the people know, like, hey, I can't do this right now. I'd love you guys. I'd love to figure it out for you. I'd love to help you out, but mentally right now I can't do it.
Have you had those conversations with people, or are you still working on that?
Yeah, I have. So I think it may have been last year I took a break from a situation.
Wait, is that when everybody started calling me?
Probably.
Do you think that like in that situation, it's overwhelming because it's kind of stalemated in a way? Because for me, I'm thinking it could be too much because it's just repetitive.
Yeah, and you see both sides, and it's like if I can see both sides, why can't they see each
Yeah.
other's side?
And you just hear it over and over again. So you're like, all right, guys, this is like,
Yeah,
you two obviously need to do this. I'm stepping out.
yeah.
You two figure it out. I'm walking away.
Because if you guys can't see each other's sides, each other's point of views,
Yeah.
like where are we going with this?
Right.
That's where I would say, I don't know, you guys can disagree if you want, but I think I'm pretty good at seeing both sides of it. So like, I'll try to step out and be like, okay, is this how this person's feeling? Maybe. And try to think of it a little bit.
I think you add a very good man logic to situations for sure.
Now you got me
I-
question. What is man logic?
logic.
Mansplain.
Yeah.
Man
Mansplaining?
logic. Okay, so sometimes if somebody's like, you know, like I've called her before about some lady at the grocery store, you know, like, oh my goodness, I'm so stressed out because this lady at the grocery store said this, you know, like, or like this morning I sent that text about the neighbor. Like, am I crazy? You know, she just validated it, right? You gave me a solution. Okay. You man logicked it. You were like, this or this. If it's this, do this. If it's this, do this.
Mhm.
You remember the conversation. Okay.
Yeah.
She validated it. She was like, you are perfectly, it's right for you to be upset. That is really weird. You know, like I understand why you would feel those ways. And so like that calmed me down because like I said in the thing, my man logic husband also got over it really quickly. He was like over it in 5 minutes. And I was like, what are you talking about? How I feel violated at the situation that happened with the
Okay,
neighbor.
now we're gonna have to explain the
Well,
situation here.
Something showed up in my fire pit that should not have been in my fire pit. I gave no permission. Fire pit was fully burned. Okay. We burn a lot of wood.
Legally, of course.
Is there an illegal?
Why did I
burn
think
it?
she said? Why do I think she said weed?
I do not do that. It's
Well, I
tree.
burn a lot of weed, guys.
No, 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 no.
Weed.
No, no.
A lot of weed in my fire pit.
Oh, the wood.
You know Snoop Dogg?
You know.
You don't even stand a chance.
No. Oh my goodness, guys. No, the trees. Like we have a lot of old dying trees. So we're constantly picking up sticks, trimming. My neighbor's big crooked maple tree just got zapped by lightning. So there was bark everywhere. So we burn fairly regularly. We can have like week-long fires going like around the clock. Anyways, woke up, fire pit's totally empty. About 10 in the morning, look out the back window. Fire pit is full, completely full. Thank you. Love the face there, right? That's weird.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I would have thought it's weird too.
It's
but
weird. We don't talk to our neighbors. Like nobody in the neighborhood talks. Like it's just one of those weird. We don't even wave. Like we're one of those like. It's a great like
Yeah, that's kind of
keep
weird.
your privacy.
Crazy.
Okay, it's a very entertaining neighborhood because nobody actually talks. But I know like everybody probably talks about each other. Anyways, so like we don't talk to these people, and they're just wood, which is fine. I burned it this morning. It was totally fine. I enjoy fires. It's fine. The kids were all excited. They were like, "Are we having s'mores?" It was like 10 o'clock in the morning. No, we're not. But anyways, so I texted because I was still this morning upset. Like, it just feels weird. What else? Like, you came into my property and it's not very far from our back deck. So that also feels like an invasion of privacy. If it was all the way at the very back of our property, that's fine. But this felt very, very close, you know, especially because I didn't see him do it. And that's like, when did he do it? That's weird, you know? So anyways, so she was very validating. She just validated and was like, oh my goodness, that was so weird, you know, shared some experiences. He comes at me. The one text he says is if it's good words, wood,
if it's good wood,
save it.
just save it. Like,
Save
cool,
it,
you
burn
just
it
got some
later.
free wood. Like, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, heck yeah, I got some free firewood. And then on the other hand, if it's like junk, I forget what I said on
you,
that.
sa- you said
You said odd. If it's usable wood, I would take it, use it for furniture, burns.
Future burns.
burns.
She failed
but-
4th grade.
And first.
Or John can't spell because you guys aren't seeing this.
Ooh.
Yeah. Future is what he meant to say. Burns. But if it's junk, I would move one of your cameras to see who does.
Yeah, to see if it happens
Listen.
again, put a camera in the way.
I would apply comedy. First off, I would say, yeah, that's weird. All right. I guess maybe that's the 4 sisters in me. But
okay.
secondly, I would place a sticky note or something on that fire pit on the bottom or on the outside, like, don't burn in here.
That's
Or
actually
Don't put
or
your wood in
let me
my
know why
fire
you're
pit.
doing it, because I would be curious if they do it again.
Yeah, like and like if we had like one of those like friendly neighborhood type neighborhoods, you know, I would totally, if you've got wood, here's the pile, stack it. We love doing fires all the
I
time.
live in a friendly neighborhood, and we always ask permission for
Yeah.
things. Like, even if my neighbor is having a party, then they're going to let me know they're having a party and they're going to invite me to the party or apologize for the possible noise, which
Yeah.
they're already respectful, so there is no noise. So
Right.
it's never a big deal.
Yeah.
Or you could have my neighbor that just randomly mowed a circle in my yard and
One
didn't
circle.
mow the rest of it. Literally
Changed her mind. She
mowed
cut a
a
circle and she's like,
circle. Yeah.
That's a
I'm
lot
done.
of work.
Yo, so hold on. Conspiracy. What if this is just a huge messed up thing, right? You think that none of the neighbors talk, but they all talk, just not to you.
Honestly, I'd be
And then,
fine
like,
with that
they'll
because
see
I've
you
kind of
outside, stop
I
waving.
mean, she is the neighborhood Karen. So.
No, I'm not. Okay, I am about the dog though, because we used to have when we first moved in. Well, okay, we have a very large dog, and when we first moved in, these kids would come up into our yard, and the dog would be
They were
out on a
trying to
lead.
burn the grass.
Yeah, they were, and that was problematic. Anyways, so the dog could run, and she's, a Great Dane, and she's also very protective over her people and her property. And these kids were not afraid of her. And they would get like just so she could be like at tension.
Oh, that's annoying.
And I was like, guys, I talked to them multiple times. And it wasn't until the biggest kid in the neighborhood, I didn't know they were coming through. She was on her long lead. And he came, he's huge. Like, he looks like an adult, but he just got his driver's license. He came through the back field, like not the back field, but the back part. And all of a sudden she comes flying off the deck, and I'm in the driveway. So I didn't see him. She did. She comes flying off, and you were there. And I thought she was going to snap the lead. Scared him half to death. And I was like, guys, stop coming into my property, especially when my dog's out. Like, I love this dog. I don't want to have to deal with somebody getting bit. I don't know if she would actually, but like, don't come up. I could creep into my yard, And so on that, I will claim the Karen because I think it got around. Some little boys were like, so she's like a police dog. And I was like, sure.
That's not a Karen move, though. They shouldn't be in your
No,
yard.
what was the other time you yelled at people? Because
No, that was me.
that time, okay, that one I would say defend because they were like beating up the
Yeah, there
girl
were.
or something.
Yeah, I wasn't out there when that happened. The kids
Yeah,
across
there
the
was
street.
some kids in the street
They're stressful.
beating each other up, and all the other kids were all chanting like "fight, fight, fight,"
And it was a girl.
and it was a girl involved.
Yeah.
She was the one throwing all the punches. Just saying.
She probably had.
But I yelled at them. I told them to cut it out, and they all just stare at me. And then the girl threw a punch again. And I'm like, for real? I'm yelling at them like, cut it out. And then they went and behind a truck and started beating each other up again. I'm like,
Kids
whatever.
are weird. We've had that same situation happen. Like our neighbors. Like one day I walk out the door, I see one of the kids getting chased. Two girls running after him with a sandal in their hand.
Uh-oh.
and then another dude with like a what would you call those? They put the ball. It's like a net in it, a
A
ball. and you
lacrosse
launch
or
it. Yeah,
something? Yeah.
yeah. And he was chasing a kid with it too. We ran out there like, hey, stop! What are you doing? And so they looked at us and then just ran off further down the street and kept doing it. We're like,
Yeah, just to continue to fight, but not in view of
yeah.
grown-ups.
Right.
Glad I have
And
like
then-
a 180-year-old neighbor.
yeah. So and then the yard thing. The kids, when school season's around, they walk in our front yard. Drives my dad nuts. Drives us all nuts, right? And then they play on our side yard too. And we park our cars in there. We park our cars in the driveway, and it's connected to that side yard. We'll talk about the front yard first. So one day, our windows are open. Kid goes running down the street. He's walking through our grass. My dad's yelling. He had a mullet. My dad's yelling, "Hey, mullet, stop, mullet!" And then I walk out there once. And I don't know what I was doing, but I was standing out there. He's walking through the grass. I'm like, so you think that's cool just to walk in the grass there? I said, yeah, there's a sidewalk for a reason. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. He's walking down the sidewalk. But no, the side yard. So I back both my vehicles up there. And I have like a 96 F-150. It's really clean. And then
It is, guys. I've seen it.
thanks. Except for the one side's rusty because my uncle backed into my grandmother's SUV and he owned it.
Oh,
That
no.
side's gross. I call it ugly side. Like I don't even wash that side of it. But anyway.
It's going to fall apart while he's
Yeah.
driving down the road.
Well, it's just the beds. Like I'm looking for a new bed. If anyone has a 96 F-150 like teal green bed, let me know. Anyway, 8 foot. Anyway,
Very
we
nice
have
plug
we
there.
have cameras, and I get home from somewhere one day. My dad was like, "You might want to go talk to the neighbors." I'm like, "Why?" He goes, "Well, check this out." He shows me his phone. Kids are playing football in the yard.
Oh no.
My Subaru's right there.
Oh no.
And you see this kid he's running straight towards my car. My dad on the camera is like, get away from the car. Get away from the car. Dude, the kid just eats it right into my car door, my back door, just eats it. I mean, shoulder and everything. I mean, he kissed my back door. And so I walk out there and I'm like, I look at it. There's a dent. It's not big.
No.
And I'm like, man, it's just a car. And so for me, I'm like, I'm not even gonna sweat it, Funny story actually about that back door. I call it like my back door of bad luck. Because like I went to Roll King a couple months ago. I'm sitting there in the parking lot, just got in my car. Some lady in her Ford Explorer comes up, smacks it. I'm like, I roll my window down, I said, you hit her good? She's like, I don't know. I get out, look at it, I'm like, I don't care. Really? Are you sure? I'm like, I don't care.
She probably
Wow.
thought she dented it.
I mean, she probably did. That door has many dents on it.
Wow.
And then I was helping Drew get a van, and he needed some extra money, so I went back to his house and got it. On his way to his house, there's a golf course there.
Oh no.
And so I'm driving back, passenger side. Coincidentally enough, I hear a poop. I'm like, what in the world? Look at my mirror, see a golf ball rolling down the road. I'm like, out of all the people that have a golf ball hit their car, it's mine. And so I get to the dealership, I drop off his cash. I'm trying to find where this thing hit. Sure enough, on the back door, there's a white spot and a dent.
Oh,
A second
man.
golf ball hit that back door. I'm like, are you kidding me?
I about fought somebody in the Texas Roadhouse parking lot because this old. Remember when we went to eat? How I was like ticked off because I
yeah.
was sitting in my in my
The
truck.
goose.
Yeah, it was the day of the goose. So I was sitting in my truck waiting for them to show up, and this old dude, pulls up next to me, and just dunk, and I'm like, bruh,
I'm sitting right here.
I am right here, dude. And then he looks, shuts his door, and I'm like, I just want to get out of this truck right now. And be like, bro, like, what the heck?
Yeah.
But I was like, in that case, like, I was pretty irritated because I had just got it. And I was like, seriously, dude, I didn't even put the first scratch on it. And you just dinged it. Yeah, I was dinged. I knew it probably wouldn't have been good because I was like, dude, whatever. And everybody, has guns now and stuff like that. So maybe he was having a bad day and,
He was jealous your truck was nice and new.
Yeah.
he's like, yeah,
This door is not dinged yet. Hold on a second. I'll change that.
There, that's better.
Let me ding that real quick.
No, I saw my brother-in-law's car yesterday, and I feel extremely bad. So it's parked right next in their garage. They have a very tight garage because my brother-in-law likes tools. So very tight garage. His great daughters, when they get out, just dunk, dunk, dunk. There's about 30 dents. It's missing paint.
Beat the kid. Beat the kids.
Yeah. And I'm like, dude, what the heck happened to your car? He's like, my kids.
That's how they
And
open
I'm
my
like,
car door. They
Oh my
just slam it
goodness.
into his.
Like, I would be having like a brain aneurysm.
Buy a minivan.
She won't.
No.
Buy a minivan.
You
Those
can't.
sliding doors are so
No.
nice.
No.
Come on.
They're SUV.
I wouldn't
gang.
be this cool anymore.
She's wearing New Balances, okay?
Yeah, remember?
Just like you, remember?
Hey.
Camaraderie here.
Wait, did you guys have a minivan growing up?
Well, no. So as kids, we had like excursions, suburban.
Yeah,
the
that's-
excursion
those are
was the
cool.
best, hands down. The
Dude, the
excursion.
excursion.
But as we got into our teens, it was a Toyota Sienna.
Oh.
We had a Chrysler Town and Country, but it overheated in the Tennessee hills.
Typical
Guys,
Dodgers.
if you have a big family, don't get a Town and Country. They just overheat. Or they're now known as the Pacifica.
Yeah.
But
Or if you're smart, just avoid Chrysler, Fiat, Dodge products
yeah.
because they're trash.
Someone driving a Journey out there, a Durango.
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 Don't insult her that bad, okay?
Well,
Gosh.
in my defense, I did not pick that out.
Making a journey to the
Don't let your husband
Junkyard?
this one.
Who looks at a red?
It wasn't me. I had a very beautiful, it was my favorite. It was a white 2012 Jeep Liberty, black leather seats, had enough space in the trunk for the dog to fit comfortably. Grocery shopping.
It was nice until your husband messed up on the tire lifts.
Yeah.
Well, that was the shop.
Her car was driving downhill because the front wheels were lower than the back.
Oh my gosh.
It was reverse
Hilarious.
squatted.
Yeah, it was interesting, but I absolutely loved it. He said it had tight steering, but I didn't mind.
Yeah.
Because I've driven without power steering before. My mom didn't believe me when I called her and said, "Hey, something's wrong with the steering wheel." She was like, "Just bring it home."
Or also when your brake pads fell off.
Yeah, I've driven without brake pads.
Mm.
Anybody wonder
Didn't you?
why?
Oh wait, and your tire your tire came off and your drive shaft came off.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I forgot about that thing. And we got
Yeah.
stuck in the highway because I slowed down and it got caught in a pothole.
What car was that?
That was a
Ford
Silverado.
F-150.
No, the
No, it was so we had a
pothole was
Silverado
Silverado.
and a
Silverado.
F-150.
Yeah.
We had them all, except Dodges, because Dodges were the worst.
We did have a Dodge when we lived in Lancaster.
What?
Yeah, I
It
don't
was a
remember.
white Dodge
I don't ever remember.
White Dodge what?
truck.
Ram.
I don't
We
remember that.
did?
Yes, we did.
I just
I
remember
drive a Ram
walking.
1500.
I just remember walking a lot when we lived out there.
Well, yeah, we walked a lot because nobody knew how to fix a vehicle, and we would take it to like Joe Schmo, who really didn't know how to fix a vehicle.
Yeah, I don't remember driving. I remember walking you guys to the swimming pool across the 4-lane highway.
No, we rode our bikes.
We rode our bikes there.
Mm-hmm.
Then we were walking to the library.
That was in Lithopolis.
Yeah, we did a lot of walking and riding.
All right, so back on topic.
Sorry.
All right, so what's one thing you've learned about handling family conflict?
To deep breathe.
Sometimes it's a lose-lose situation, and you just got to pick the lesser of the two evils.
Yeah. I forgot. Oh, communication is key. So I was saying it, then you. Communication is key, and yeah, I feel like you make a good point too, because I feel like there's some battles, there's really no angle on winning, I guess, and I guess in turn it's a lose-lose.
I would say, okay, I will say one thing on that because you guys seem a little quiet over there. But how do you deal with? Because I seriously, genuinely, I don't know how to deal with this. So sometimes you have more of a giver person who will flex a little bit more, and you have another person who is like hard as a rock. I ain't budging. And how do you? I would say cater to that, but not cater to that because then I feel bad for the other person who always is like, okay, well, I'll do this. Or
What do you mean? Like
let's say you get put in a pickle and you have this person say, well, if this person shows up, I'm not going to show up. Or this person shows up, I'm not going to show up. And so they'll fight with each other because if this person shows up, oh, well, now I'm not going to show up.
guys,
So you get put in that lose-lose situation. How do you deal with that?
You can't in that situation, like not showing up to an outing, especially if it's a family one. Like, guys, you can't set your differences aside to go visit family for a family outing. It's kind of stupid.
Well, but one person can, but I think the other person can't sometimes. And yeah, it's just a complete cluster.
It's just telling them like what do you value more, your family or how you feel about one particular person that's going to make you not want to go.
I don't know, what do you guys say?
Wow, we've never thought about that.
I mean, that's something we deal with. Like,
yeah, it is something. Recently, I actually had to navigate that because I was planning something and needed to invite some people, and there are two people who are not super great together. And we've done it where they both come, and it's been a little weird. So anyways, that one, I spoke to the more bendable one, and I said, hey, you get the first rights for refusal. And I said, this is the situation. It is not a big deal. It is really not. It is just kind of like, like a lame bonfire or whatever. Is it important to you? Are you okay if this other person comes? You gave in last time, so I'm gonna give you the first rights to refuse. And they, again, were being very like, well, I want what's best for the family. I don't want to cause a problem because at the end of the day, they're responsible for their feelings. And I was like, okay. Well, I was kind of hoping you would give me a direction because I need to, plan. And so I took I heard what they said, and they shared some of the repercussions of the time that they did give in. And so after hearing that, I did happen to call the middleman, and I was like, hey, here's the deal. They're not giving me an answer, but it sounded to me that it did impact them negatively. Do I just go ahead and pull the I make the decision. And, we deliberated a little bit and
Yeah, we did pros and cons.
Yeah.
And then we ended up coming to a conclusion.
Yeah. And so I called that person back and I was like, this is the conclusion that we've arrived at. And they said, okay, well, thank you. Thank you. And they seemed appreciative, I think, because they have given in. And they have been the more yielding, understanding one. And so I think in that situation, kind of like pull back and look at the big picture, like who is the one who tries to understand, who is the one who tries to like work with everybody and doesn't stick in the mud, like, because boundaries are not bad. If they're setting boundaries, it's not bad. But if you have somebody who is like my way or the highway all the time, like, I think you have to kind of like consider the person who's a little more
Flexible.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It stinks that you guys are in that kind of situation, but you're handling it good. Because I guess, like, hearing that whole thing in my mind, it's like, why does it even have to go there in the first place? But if it is, I think you guys are handling it right. But I feel like the boundaries thing as well, and from what I've heard this whole episode, it's hard to achieve, but it's like set your differences aside, make boundaries to where like we can't talk about this at the bonfire. Like we're here to have our family grow. It may not be us, but look at our kids.
Mm-hmm.
Like our kids need to be a family. And if you guys share that same common interest, you're going to set those boundaries to go to that campfire. And if you have to fake it for the kids.
Mm-hmm.
That's future generation right there. So,
Mm-hmm.
but I guess in your guys' situation, it's hard. So that sounds
Yeah,
like
I
you
think
guys
this
are.
is our situation for any family.
Yeah, I think
gathering.
any gathering. That's what like okay, so family game night used to be like super fun until Cameron ruined Salem for me.
No,
Because-
he's not the reason.
No, he's not the reason. I'm just saying he ruined Salem for me because now my entire family, as soon as we start playing Salem, they kill me.
That's not true. I don't. I usually die.
Yeah, but you're one singular person versus 6. So
Well, I just want, don't put me in the group because I usually die.
I can't play Salem without Cameron because he does it. He's like the best at it.
Cameron is a really great narrator.
Yeah, he's. So
Everyone go
good.
sleep.
Go sleep.
Go sleep.
Go sleep. Yeah. No, I think we did. I narrated the other day. It wasn't bad.
He's playing Salem.
I don't. Yes.
Well,
Normally-
you guys aren't young adults.
I normally
so-
narrate at young adults now.
I think that's
yeah.
prejudicing.
You know who I think's the best narrator? Claire.
Dude, no, so this is my brother's fiance. And so like young adults is over, we're playing Salem. My brother and his fiance are like on the couch talking, whatever. Graham, that's my brother's name, walks away. And I'm like, okay, well, we need a narrator. So I'm like, Claire, you want to narrate? Oh, it's okay. I'm like, you're not playing. You're just standing here and watching. No, it's okay. That's all right. I'm like, well, okay. And so I was hosting another week. This was you wasn't there yet. You wasn't there that time. This time I'm like, watch this. I said, watch this. This is going to be funny. I'm like, Claire, yeah? So you want to come here and narrate for us? No. I just start laughing my butt off. I'm like, I don't get it. I just don't get it. Why? Why don't you want to narrate? Graham's like, she's about to leave. I'm like, yeah, speak for her, dude. Okay. She's the best narrator for that reason. Huh? That's what.
Wow.
All right, and then we got. I enjoy our little rabbit holes. This is
Yeah, dude.
okay. So a mindset shift that helped you navigate like hard family. I can't talk.
Family
dynamics. Yeah, thank you.
That in some situations, what they say in the moment, they don't mean it. They don't mean it at that time. But they mean it, they don't mean it, is what I mean. So like, for example, this is funny. I'm helping my dad hang up a shelf. This is just one of many examples, but I'm helping him hang out a shelf. And, he's taken forever to measure this darn thing. I'm in my teen years. I'm holding up this shelf. It's getting heavy. Imagine holding your arms out in front of you, palms flat up against a wall.
I've done that for my husband.
Yeah, and you're holding it. He's trying to put a level on it and junk.
Just taking their
And
good
then,
old time.
he's finally getting the level on it, and I mess up.
Aw.
He looks over at me and goes, I can't remember what he said. I don't remember it, but he had said something that, like, in my mind, I was like, ow. I just kind of sat there and watched for a minute. And then he came to me later. He's like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. And then even yesterday, Dad, if you're listening to this, I'm bringing this up. So we're putting like trim on our cabinets because we haven't done that yet. We renovated our kitchen and didn't put like the trim on the bottom of the cabinets, whatever you want to call that, kickboards. And so he calls me. He's like, hey, I'm at Home Depot. Can you measure the kick plate like size? And so I pick right beside our oven. I measure it 3 inches. I text him, I'm like, 3 inches. He calls me. He goes, are you sure it's 3 inches? I'm like, yeah, it's said, like, I measured it's 3 inches. Yesterday, he walks up to me and goes, son, where did you get that measurement from? I'm like, why? He goes, because look, and he had it up against a different one and it was shorter. He goes, I just measured it, it's 4 inches. And when I called you yesterday and you said, mind you, he was a little aggravated. When I called you yesterday and you said, and I asked you if it's 4 inches, you're like, yeah, dude, it's 3. It's not 4. No, dude, it's not 4 inches. It's 3. It's 3. I'm like, first off, I didn't yell at you. I said, and secondly, that's crazy because I measured this one right here and look, tape measure 3 inches. I said, this is the only cabinet in this entire kitchen that's 3 inches.
Oh my goodness, you picked the
Yeah.
one cabinet.
Yeah. And I said, no, you can go ahead and tell me because he's calmed down a little bit. He's laughing. I said, you go ahead and tell me if I had asked you to measure a cabinet and you picked that one, you're not going to go through and measure every other cabinet, are you? He's like, no. And I'm like, exactly. So stop yelling at me. He was like, you're right. He right then humbled himself. But
Well, he was pretty quick to do that.
yeah.
that's
Humble himself.
Yeah. Communication.
Yeah. I don't know. I would say it's something I'm still trying to work through. I don't know if I've been doing any better or no.
With communication.
Maybe. I don't know.
No.
If you're seeking the middleman, you stink at it, dude.
No, I try not to be the middleman. That's
If
for
you're
Jeff.
seeking-
That's for
that's
Jeff.
why I said if you're seeking
Yeah,
the middleman,
right now you were. No, you're
Yeah.
not better at it.
If you're seeking the middleman, you're bad at communication.
Maybe
I feel like you do with the people that you're safe with. Like you're safe in our relationship and you're safe in yours and Kendra's relationship. So even though, like, I feel like you are more willing to communicate your issues with me because you know I'm not going to just shut you out and
Well, yeah, I was gonna say because
Just
it
so
could
you-
be like a trauma response. Is like I can have I'm gonna call this a crucial conversation with you because
It's a good book.
I
guys.
know that at the end of the day she can be ticked off at me today, tomorrow. She's gonna call the middleman, complain about me,
Mhm.
and then I'll hear it, a couple days later or something, or a couple hours later, and like,
Hey, and usually I call you, even if it's early in the morning. I say, "You ready to talk about it yet?"
well, yeah, like on that one, no, I wasn't. I don't think it was. I was
No,
like,
you
no, I
weren't.
need
You
time.
avoided
like,
that
chill.
conversation.
I had to call
by
her
the way,
first.
I had to tell her, I'm like, continue to call him. He is not used to people trying to fix it. So
Yeah, we're
she
having to
took my advice.
unlearn some of the bad things we learned.
get it.
Yeah, so like I can have more crucial conversations with these two because I know at the end of the day we're gonna get over it. We're gonna move through it, and like, there's a topic which I am not gonna bring up because we don't have enough time for that. Where we have a strong disagreement on something, and like we can disagree on something, but we can still talk and be in that.
Yeah,
I want to know what you guys argue about. I want to hear about it after this
You
episode.
don't.
So
I wanna
you're
know
gonna
that-
get added to the siblings chat.
Yeah, you should.
Add me because I am so curious. What because I feel like it has to be so severe. Like I've had some family drama. And I can bring it up after this episode too if we're going to be sharing. But I've had some family drama, right? And I have to hear it to know, like, not to be comparing.
All right,
Right.
give
But I
us
have-
one.
No.
No,
'Cause,
not
like,
on air.
No, the one I can think of is like major, to where like so major. Because I this is why I want to know. Because this situation was major enough to where my sisters cut connection off with one completely, like block phone number status. So I want to know what you guys are arguing about, where you're not talking for days and you're making a phone call in the morning saying, "Hey, are you ready to talk now?" Because like if this is something little, I want to know.
No, it's not little.
Okay.
It is like
Nah.
mildly sophisticated.
Okay, I gotta know. I gotta figure it out after this episode.
All right, so John, you doing our outro then?
Yeah.
Ready.
So, no, I would say our family dynamic is extremely difficult because our upbringing was not healthy,
Yeah,
and so we were pitted against each other. And I would say there's a lot of trauma.
it's cool
from
you
that.
guys are working on it, and this episode's good because you
We try to. Yeah.
you guys are giving a lot of insight.
Yeah. So I would say these last 5 years or so have been very, very good. Kind of learning and figuring out who we are and just kind of working through that. But it's still a learning progress because everybody has emotions and I'm not perfect. So like I'll give I'll give an example. So when I was moving in, how I'm somewhat sentimental because growing up we weren't able to be sentimental because we'd move, stuff would get thrown away. So, but I have it's a neon sign that's super cool. They did a limited run of them for the company I work for. So, uh,
With two mothers being on the podcast, you will hear kids in the background. Guys, you should just do like a side pan yell so it sounds.
I was Uncle John.
They just told them to quiet down.
Yeah.
You should have heard like it sounded like Hulk for a second there. They kind of mutated.
They've been doing really well though.
Guys, quiet down.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Venom. Quiet down. Quiet down up there. Yeah.
So, this is when I was moving in, and so I was somewhat sentimental of it because it's cool, you know, it's a centerpiece in my office, and I cannot replace it. So I'll let you,
So me and my husband have been working on John's house for what?
this is like,
From fall into winter?
Yeah, you guys.
yeah, because I bought in
November.
No, it was like September.
And then you closed in October, right?
Yeah, I closed at the end of September, so like I
Okay.
started like
Yeah.
renovations and everything October,
we
and
were
it was
then
turn and
done
burn.
By Christmas.
Yeah, because the goal was because I wanted to host Christmas or
Yeah,
something.
Which,
and-
just side note, everybody, Christmas for this part of our family comes the second Saturday, typically, of December. So when he says he had to have it done by Christmas,
Not
it's
December.
actually 2 weeks before.
Yeah. So me and my husband were here like every single day helping
With
out.
4 kids.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
With the kids that had to be very patient with this. Well, now it's finally moving day. He's moving in. He's handing me boxes. I'm going in and out of the house, dropping off boxes to wherever he says, up the flight of stairs with heavy boxes, all that. He then hands me a box, opened and upside down, just saying. And I walk and it's a big box. And I go up the stair with this prized possession, and it comes out of the box and falls onto the concrete and cracks. He starts yelling at me. He's so disappointed.
Oh.
He's
I
like,
wasn't
"This
yelling
was
at
the
you.
only-"
It was like
He raised his voice.
I was very irritated. So mind you, like I'm stressed out. So you got to preface
Mind
that.
you,
like
I was stressed out too. And he does this, and he's mad at me, disappointed. So I take that box.
And what did we just say about hurting this one? We're not allowed to.
I
offend
know,
this
I
one.
know.
Well, so I took the box, I set it in this precious box into his office. I let him know that he sabotaged me just to yell at me. Then I went and sat on the stairs and played my games on my phone. And then he's huffing and puffing 3 trips later and says, "I'm sorry. Can you help me?"
I can't stay mad at you. I
I'm
literally
like,
need
I
you.
don't know. Are you going to sabotage me and hand me a box open and upside down with a prized possession in it?
I have to say, he's gotten better at saying sorry.
Your
So
response
anyway,
is
then I
pretty
helped.
good. That would be a me response too.
I mean, okay, so like I at the time, like, okay, I was super stressed. I had a lot of like personal, like I would say relational type stuff, chaos going on top of at a deadline where a project, as you guys are trying to do some stuff, you have a budget, right, for a project, and when it goes way over budget,
That's stressful.
and yeah, it's stressing me out. So I'm already over everything, and I'm trying to work on a timeline that's not really working, and so yeah, I was very stressed out at that point.
Out of all the things that happened, though, in that moment of stress, for me at least, that sign breaking would have been nothing. I've been like, in comparison to me going over budget and the fact that this has to be done in 2 weeks, I don't care about that sign.
I know.
Yeah, well, in the moment,
I get it. I get it.
I guess
was the
unfortunately
straw
she was
that broke
yeah,
the
it was the
camel's
straw that broke
back.
the camel's back.
Yeah.
And
I didn't realize we were to that point, but we were apparently.
It's because he hadn't called you to talk to you. a lot.
I was
Yeah.
there every day.
You
Yeah.
can't call the middleman when the middleman
I
is the
know.
problem.
Yeah, who do I call? You know?
You call me.
So yeah, so like yes, I was frustrated, and yes, like as soon as after like I said it, I was like, I'm wrong. I'm stupid.
But he still did 3 trips by himself.
Well, I had to
boxes.
process it. I'm a slow thinker, and I'm like,
Had to
man,
breathe
I'm like,
and cry a little bit.
I'm like, I know
Hey.
she's mad. I'm like,
Listen, though, I would have been pretty upset if someone would have dropped, like, if I was packing up and someone dropped one of my Lego sets, I'd be pretty upset. So Matt
But would you handle that with care on your own?
yeah, probably. Actually.
Exactly.
And like, so like when we
Because his
moved,
dad apologizes for yelling at him right away.
that doesn't happen normally. That was because I called him out on the spot. If I didn't call him out in that heat of the moment and I would have just walked away from that, he probably would have apologized later. But anyway, yeah, like when we pack up stuff, the times that we've moved, I've made sure like I'm carrying my box. Like this is Will box. This is me. I remember we was moving and I had like this I still have it, this Baymax action figure. And like he could take you guys know who Baymax is.
Yes.
He could like take his armor off and like put it on. I thought it was so cool. We was moving the Florida. I put him in a bucket and carried him with me. I did not want him to get broken.
I've
But-
done that with a vase of dried out roses. Like they're super fragile. So
Yeah.
I was the one in charge of that, and when I found out that somebody had touched it, I'm like freaking out. Like, where'd you put that? Like, if you bump it against the wall, the whole thing, it's gonna crumble.
Yep.
Because they're dried out
Those
roses.
are special roses. And
Yeah.
you're never going to get them again. They
so
have
now,
batteries.
Technology
But
now is people
I
put those in
take care of
epoxy
those.
now to like save them forever.
Oh.
Yeah.
But then you
So-
can't use them later. Like, what if I use them in my kids' wedding and that's the rose petals that are thrown?
Yeah.
Dead roses crush.
I'm going
Yeah.
to tell them.
No.
Rose dust.
I,
Rose dust. Smells like dust.
I found more recently though. This is funny because I'll order stuff off of Amazon. And the best example I can think of is the other podcast I'm on with Mitch. We had to order like an extra adapter for a headset, and they get to the mail, and the package gets sat on the table, and so it just disappears one day. Like I needed it the day before the podcast. The trash was about to get taken out. Like someone had already put the trash on the curb, and so I'm like, where is this thing? And so I'm getting a little mad. Like I just spent like first off minute like $8 on this thing. I'm like, where in the world? I was like, things just disappear in this house. And like I was getting like I'm sounding calmer as I say it now, because in the moment I was really upset. Like, really? Come on, this is stupid. And my mom was like, I think I might have turned it away by accident. And I was like, it's like, how? It wasn't even open.
I know.
How is that even possible?
How do you have that much self-control to not open an unopened box?
Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
It was like one of those little. In her defense, it was one of those like those flat white
Mhm,
envelopes.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's where you think it could be
yeah.
trash.
But dude, she went out and dug in the trash and found it.
Aw.
Yeah. But anyway, no.
So sweet.
I'm
How
learning,
could you be mad at her
I
for
know.
that?
So I
Yeah.
wasn't like
You bum.
I didn't think it was her at the moment. First off, and then secondly, well, I'm learning now to like not care about that stuff, right? Because it's so minute and little. I ordered something else off of Amazon the other day, and I had unpackaged it and set it on the table in like this little corner, right? And so two of these things, like these little tiny washers, so easy to lose. Why did I keep them on the dining room table? I don't know. But anyway, because I don't think people are going to take things off the dining room table. We still have that TV
Don't you-
sitting there.
Where
Anyway.
do you eat?
Not the dining room table.
Okay. All right.
So I walk out into the garage the other day and I see this box full of the stuff that I'd ordered off of Amazon. And I already knew in my mind looking in that box that this stuff was gone. And so my mind for a second there was like, nope. I was getting mad. I was like, nope, I don't even care. I walked inside and told my mom, I said, someone had moved those 2 washers off the table. I said they're probably gone forever now, but that's fine. She's like, she goes, I don't even know what to say to that. That's all she said.
Wow.
Don't worry, I can't even find stuff in my own house.
He calls me.
Yeah, I'll call her. Like, hey, where's this at?
Do you,
Oh, it's right here.
Yeah.
It's in your laundry room.
do you remember when he accused us of taking his cake?
Yes, and it was in his
It
fridge.
was in his fridge the whole time.
Yeah.
Dude, nothing makes me more angry than like I'm working on something and I set a tool down and I go to reach for it again and it just disappears. The amount of times it's happened to me is not even funny, dude.
I think I have memory issues.
It must be like a Dory thing. Yesterday I was working on putting in a sink and I had a pair of pliers. And, I get everything on. I look at this pair of pliers. I'm like, where in the world? My mom's like, I think it's right. I'm like, nope, it's not. It's not there. It's just gone forever. It's gone in the infinite of bliss. Once I say I don't know where it's at, it's just gone. Like I can stand up and look all directions and it's nowhere to be found. Coincidentally, I found it underneath my butt.
Yeah.
It has to be in your back
Yeah.
pocket.
I was sitting on it, but still.
Yeah. You know how much like stuff, like being in like the tool industry and stuff, I will wash my clothes and there will be Phillips bits, Torx bits,
Oh man.
like random stuff. I'm like, why?
Now you're wondering where your screwdriver Phillips head bit went.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna slowly kind of wind down. I got 2 final questions. The last one's gonna be kind of more funny or better or whatever. So what's some final encouragement to anyone who's carrying the weight of like family expectations, family tension, family drama, is just like dealing with all of that? What words of advice do you guys have to share on that?
I'd
Well-
say just to remember, we're all family. We all love each other.
Yeah.
It's easier said than done.
For me, I try to check God's word with it. Like there are certain things that like I'll send her like, hey, you were just talking about this and I just read this and and I'll send it to her because like you're not crazy. And the Bible actually has a situation like this, just to kind of like validate. And also just because somebody has an expectation doesn't make it your responsibility. I know that sounds harsh, but that's the reality of it,
Yeah.
and kind of give yourself like be nice to yourself about that. Because it's not sometimes, like we've talked about in this podcast, there are some things that you cannot fix. It doesn't matter how understanding, it doesn't matter how many times you apologize, it doesn't matter how much you own, how much you keep your mouth shut. Sometimes it does not matter. And I know that sounds sad, but the good news is there is freedom in kind of walking through and breathing through that and realizing that it's not in your control. And I know that sounds scary to some people, but like if I'm not in control of it, I don't have to worry about it as much.
Yeah.
And so if you can find a way to kind of validate yourself and kind of give grace to yourself to try softer with your family and evaluate those expectations, are they your responsibility? And if they're not, try to navigate that as nicely as you can without, and if your family is tense, more often than not, just be prepared that there might be some tension, but make sure you have a good tub of ice cream afterwards.
Ooh, what
Yeah.
kind?
Right now we're going Freddy's. We go to Freddy's because it's like 3 minutes up the street. So
Freddy's is pretty good. I haven't had their ice cream yet though.
yeah, I like their turtle. They do the turtle, and they'll put extra pecans in there.
You guys know me, I'm basic. I order the same thing pretty much every time.
Yeah,
Black raspberry chip.
Yeah,
I don't
basic.
think they have.
All right.
So for me,
yeah.
was you gonna skip me?
No,
Yeah,
I was.
he was.
You was gonna skip me.
I was not.
He
Anyway.
was ready to move on.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say for me.
We're an hour and 30 minutes in this podcast. Anyway, so I'm losing my topic here. Yeah, I would say, like we were saying at the start, like you said at the start of the episode, like seek counsel if you can't handle the tension and stuff, like and the expectations. Well, not if you can't handle it, you're getting an outside perspective.
Mm.
Like not just consult with like those people, the people you're close to, right? Those people too. I'm losing words here, dude. But also because my brain's 100 miles an hour because I had something else to say about this expectations thing. It's really stuck in me. So I want to say right now, I know a number of people who are still trying to live up to the expectation of their parents by schooling. Like they're really enforcing themselves on schooling because their parents want them to be that. Like how are they gonna live life without getting a career to impress? And like I've had a conversation with someone. Never mind, not that one. But no, to that I always say like you don't have to live up to their expectations, but still they choose to. So he gave some good advice there. But yeah, for the attention thing, like seek an outside perspective is what I was trying to say there. Like seek that outside perspective because I know that things can get tense, and when you're in that situation, especially, and then like you feel like you're in this curled up ball and you can't go anywhere. If you just ask someone from an outside perspective and they give their point of view, it pulls that stress back.
Yeah.
I'd say for me is take yourself out of the situation and look at it from their perspective of how they're feeling. And unfortunately, it somewhat involves the middleman. But if you have maybe a neutral factor that can help keep you that way, is just think about it from the other person's perspective, how they're feeling, what emotions they're going through, what possible trauma they've had that's making them feel that way, and to be understanding about it when they are acting like that.
Yeah.
And kind of what she said is, I'm big on family. So, like, guys, we're all family. Let's love each other. We're all we really have. And let's just get along and enjoy each other's company. Yes, we're siblings. We're, mom, dad. They're going to annoy the crap out of you. But at the end of the day, we're family. And let's show up and be there and be present for the things that matter.
Yep. Yeah, I agree. I want to trinkle a little bit of advice for you guys, just based off of the whole episode. I've said it 18 times, but seriously, that's the middleman in some of these conversations.
Yeah, you're out, Danielle. Get out.
She'd be relieved.
You're done.
She'll be so bored.
Yeah. She's like, I don't know what to do
My
anymore.
phone's been
Wait a
quiet.
second.
Did it
Like,
get shut
you
off
two-
or something?
You two sound close enough to be able to like try to scrap the middleman during a conversation. This is just me viewing it from the outside. Like you can take it as you want.
John
But-
looks nervous now.
If you guys listen, if you guys say you're working on it,
She's
okay,
sensitive.
I'm throwing you out here on the spot.
But it's
And I would come across as an a-hole.
Don't say anything.
So-
Don't say anything.
I might be sensitive, but I also like
Leave it to what I said is
well, don't be afraid of that. Like I've had to tell my husband this. I will probably cry. I will probably get upset. But it's okay.
Yeah.
Let me ride that view it as a roller coaster. Let me go up it and then I'll come down and we'll be able to or say, "Hey, are you okay? Are you flipped?" And then I'll be like, give me a few minutes, okay?"
No, I'm not okay.
I know. I'll be like, just hang on. I gotta go rub my dog's ear. It's not hot.
You hurt me, and that's okay to hear, dude. Come on. If something happened and I don't know, if she says it like you hurt me, yeah, I mean maybe you did, and you kind of deserve to hear it. So there's no need to be like middleman. Say that, figure it out. Oh, she's hurt by what you said.
That's really all they do. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
John, you
yeah.
pretty
It sounds
much.
like just. I know there's been other situations, but during this conversation, it sounds
Yeah.
like you're just a translator between the two. So have the humbleness and I'm gonna say just non-sugarcoat it straight to your face, the guts to hear her out, and then vice versa too. Like hear each other out. Don't like freak out because it sounds like just based off this little snippet, you freak out when it comes to emotion response.
Mm-hmm.
So when the emotions get rough, you have to ride that roller coaster
Can't
out. Like
leave
she
me
said, you
hanging.
have to ride it out, dude.
You can't leave me
Seriously,
hanging.
like,
That drives
be
me
there.
nuts.
It's your family. You got to be there
Yeah.
for her.
See, I would say where I struggle with that is like sometimes I'm like, okay, I gotta stop, collect my thoughts, and then go back to it.
And then communicate that. Like if that's the situation, be like, hey, I need to tap out. I'll call you back in 20 minutes. Cool.
Yeah.
And then call me
don't
back.
Call
Yeah,
the
don't call
middleman during
No.
that.
Okay.
Because that also irritates. Like I know you're calling her.
Yeah.
I know
the
you're
amount
calling
of times
her.
the amount of times her and I are on the phone and she's like, John's calling me. And then I'm like, oh no, now he's calling me. And so then even today we were like, okay, we're just gonna 3-way this. This is like, okay.
So then next time, instead of saying, "Can I call you back in 20 minutes?" agree to mute the call so you know you're not going to call.
Yeah, don't answer it. Yeah.
And then don't answer your
Don't
don't text.
answer.
That would be the
Yeah.
hard part. Like set
Yeah,
your
right,
phone
John.
down somewhere
Yeah.
and don't.
Or we call Will. Well, 3-way call to Will.
Yeah, call him
Yeah.
and say, okay, this is my 20 minutes.
Yeah.
How do I call her back? She started crying.
No, he's going to call me and he's going to try to present it to me and be like, "Okay, we're just going to sit here in silence."
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to middleman your situation.
He's just
right now.
gonna be
You
you.
figure it out, dude.
Tough love.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's okay.
Yeah.
Like feelings feel scary, but they're not.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else before I ask the last question? Or do you want to ask it? I'll let you ask the last question.
Okay. Well, I mean, we've asked this every episode, and my answer is always the same.
No, not. We're asking it to them.
I know.
Because they're old.
Wow. What would you tell your younger self?
With all the information you know now and the struggles and everything you went through in your 20s, what would you tell yourself? Looking back at your young 20-something self.
I already know my answer, and Will doesn't like it. But I would tell my younger self to stand up for myself more and stand up for what I believe is right.
That makes me sound like a bad guy. Why did I say I didn't like that
No.
answer?
Because you were like, yeah, but what if that changed how you were? And
Oh,
I think you were thinking I would become heartless by this point in life.
no. No, that's not.
Conflict.
No.
Don't argue about it.
No,
guys.
because my thought on that question is always like, no matter what you answer, you could answer like, I don't know, that I'd brush my teeth more. Like you could say that. I'm still going to respond with the same thing. Like, yeah, but if you told yourself that, don't you think it would affect who you are today, making you a different person? Because like for me, like I'm not going to go back and tell my old self to be this or be that because I know it's going to affect who I am today. And I think I'm fine. So
He
like-
thinks he's fine.
He
Like-
doesn't want to mess with the what?
He's good.
the time paradox.
But like,
or whatever.
would you want to right now? Like in your current state, would you want to mess with your?
Because you might lose your kids.
We're
Like,
standing up for myself.
well, in theory, if you follow his time travel situation, then in theory, if you stood your ground, you might not have had your grading, like your grade hopping and stuff. That might not have happened the way that it did. And other situations may not have happened, which then would have changed the trajectory of your life. You know,
Wow, you got way too deep there.
No, but it's true.
It is true, yes.
Boldness could have meant you would have passed the fourth grade and first grade the first time. You wouldn't have had to go
Yeah.
back.
he's not going to let that go.
I would have called that teacher stupid when she called me stupid.
Exactly.
And then you would have gotten expelled.
Yeah, and then you would have become rebellious.
Yeah.
And you end up in
See?
jail because statistics say more middle children are in jail.
All right, so I guess we're going to have to rephrase the question. What would you tell somebody in their young 20s from the experiences you learned in your 20s
Oh man,
to help them?
I was
That's
like-
better. I like that.
Stand up for yourself in a respectful way.
See, that's a better
Yeah.
answer.
All right. Yeah. So now we got to go back to all the other podcasts and be like, all right, we got to change that
Redo
question.
it.
Yeah. What about you?
Yeah, I have to change tracks there because I was like going to cry talking to my little self. You know,
Don't do it.
I'm not going to now. If I were telling somebody who's, I don't know. I think the first thing when you guys asked that revamped question was something my grandma actually messaged me on Facebook. I will probably tear up. It's okay. I tear up a lot. It's okay.
Yeah, here come the
Um,
waterworks.
Yes, I'm so sorry. Anyways, I just found them on. I didn't realize Facebook saved them, so I have them printed and hanging on my fridge. And I was going through a really hard time, and she just popped in. And she said, "Good morning. I just want to let you know I love you. Trust God. Talk to Him. He is the safest person to talk to. He will always be there for you." And I I instantly, like, reading that today, I was like, oh my goodness. Like, I remember her telling me that. And I remember, like, kind of having to process everything that I was going through, which involved family. And that was so true. And that just brought so much peace. And ironically, last week was kind of a hard week. And that was the week I found that. And I printed it. And it's hanging in my fridge. And so anyways, that would be my, like you can talk to anybody. But he always has your best. He
That's good.
always has your best. So.
Yeah, that's really good.
I dig it. I dig it. Now we're all crying.
I know.
So
Poor Climate.
tried to end on a high note. Now we got 4 people crying in here. So yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. So
I'll never cry again.
I do want to say, Kendra and Danielle, seriously, thanks for coming on the podcast, being honest with us. It's been an incredible 2 hours.
Oh, no.
We definitely have probably a 15-minute snip of bloopers from started the podcast, but no, seriously, thanks for coming on and spending time with us. And I owe your kids some good snacks and stuff because they've been incredible. So shout out to the nieces and nephews if you guys ever listen to this.
Earl would be nibblings, by the way.
Nibblings.
Yeah.
We should have them on.
Yeah, we should. That would be a wild podcast. That would.
Next episode is
your
in 10
political
minutes.
thoughts on the gas prices right now.
Don't ask my
what?
kids that. They might start problems for your pod.
They might start repeating what their parents say because they eavesdrop.
What are your thoughts on those beautiful, beautiful tariffs?
Yeah.
Let's talk about those beautiful tariffs. They're so beautiful. Yes, they are.
All right. So, but no, seriously, thank you guys. You guys have been awesome. And if you're listening and if you've ever felt kind of stuck in the middle, just trying to keep everybody happy while holding it together, just know you're not alone. We're all going through it. We're all struggling with it. Family is incredibly messy sometimes, but that doesn't mean you have to lose yourself or lose your sanity. So you're allowed to set boundaries. You're allowed to protect your peace. You're still someone's son, daughter, sibling, even when you say enough. So we appreciate you guys tuning in with us. If this hits home with you, share it with someone who needs it. And always keep it real, and we'll catch you on the next episode of the Real Ones, Real Talks podcast.